Hey everyone, Brian from Three Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey guys, you're gonna be really proud of me. I gave up smoking cold turkey this year.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, can't stop coughing up feathers though.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It looks like a pink nightmare.
Christmas as a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log, but it's...
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the Lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Three Geeky Dads, and happy 2024. It's our first episode of the new year. I am Mark, and with me, as always, are the Baron and Vaughn to my doom. I'm sorry, Victor and Vaughn to my doom.
Derek.
And Brian.
He's a Baron anyway, right? And why not? It's been a while. It's been a month, guys. Let's go easy on it. He's Dr. Victor Von Doom, though, right? Fucking Stanley.
No, but he is a Baron, I believe. Yeah.
It's his fault, not
He's
mine.
got some royalty.
And joining us, as always, to say F you to math and the accuracy to the title of our show, our own Mr. Fantastic, Tito.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You like that?
I got the grays on the side.
You do. Yeah, and you can stretch.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know from experience, but
I can.
Yeah.
I can squeeze into small places.
Yo,
You better believe it. I disappear right into
guys,
those cracks.
right off the bat, we're on we're gonna have a squeaky-free
That's
2024.
right.
No
New chairs for the new
Yeah,
year.
It's
we
the little
have.
things.
This is awesome.
Little
See that?
things.
Yep.
Aim low, everyone. That's all that tells me.
Set small goals for
See,
yourself.
that's what the Ko-fi page is for, right there.
That's right.
Less squeaks.
Thank you to whoever bought us new chairs.
Thank you, guys, whoever you are. And good night out there, whatever you are.
She's upstairs on the couch watching
I
TV.
know, right?
Gentlemen, how was your New Year's? How was your holiday? Everybody have a good end
was
to this.
good.
I don't know
It was
about
good.
anybody else.
Yeah, that's all right.
This year was terrible, and 2023 was terrible. Not for me, but I know a lot of people. This was a hard one for, and we were all happy to see it end. I don't know about you guys, but I hope you had a good end of the year, and I wish you all the best of 2024.
Same
when
here.
you're
Same
not
here,
with
my
me.
friend.
Yeah.
Because when you guys are with me, it's the best of times, clearly. But without me, yeah. I hope you all have the best of times in 2024. We do anything fun? Anything good?
No.
No, it was
awesome.
quiet.
I did stay up for midnight.
Good.
I
Yeah.
didn't expect to.
Yeah, we did
It's
too.
like the first time in 5 years
Really?
that I've watched the ball drop.
We
And
watched
then,
the
you
ball
turn
drop.
on the TV.
I think it's shoe drop.
Well, and I was thinking, I'm like,
My
oh,
testicles are dropping.
well, this is the first year, too, where I watched it and I was like, oh, I've been there. Like, oh,
That's
wow.
right.
yeah,
That's
I drove
right.
through there.
Square. We
Yep.
watched it on Peacock, and it was like 3 minutes behind.
Was it really?
So that was
Really?
fun. Because I don't have regular TV. We just have streaming.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
I forget which one I watched it on, but I remember it was midnight when it dropped. But then they cut to a camera angle and it showed some car's clock, and it was like 3 minutes before. So I was like,
It was at Tito's house.
Yeah. It was very weird. That's what we watched. We watched like a weird angle of the ball
yeah.
moving slowly down. And I was like, well, this is fucking stupid. Why are we doing
It's
this?
like from somebody's iPhone in the crowd.
I don't know. Yeah, it was very weird. I don't know. My wife's like, her traditions are weird. Like, oh, we got to watch the ball drop and be happy at midnight.
And then can I go back to being miserable after?
Yeah.
Then you go back to being drunk
Yeah.
for another hour.
Right.
We were with my friends, Carrie and Steve and Jay. We were all together. All our families were together for New Year's. We watched the ball drop with good old Ryan Seacrest
I haven't seen
pretending
that.
he's Dick Clark.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so bad.
Sad
Yeah.
But
excuse.
it's fun to drink and make fun of the shit that was on there. Although LL Cool J performed.
He was, yeah.
And you
That's
know,
when I turned it on.
He knocked us out.
He was rocking the bells.
He
LL
played,
Cool-
he played Mama Said Knock You Out.
He ended it with he
He
ended
really
it
did.
with Mama
Yeah.
Said Knock You Out.
Wow.
I'm gonna knock you out. And Green Day performed, and those were the only two things I recognized. Everything else, young kids, I don't know who they are, but they all sounded the same.
Lil
My God.
something and
Do you, Derek, maybe, do you remember the year that MTV did it and No Doubt did It's the End of the World and Gwen Stefani couldn't keep up with the lyrics?
yes.
No.
They had like
Yeah.
all the lyrics were on a board and they're like throwing the board and she could not keep up with the words.
Really?
I think that was, I love
No,
MTV. So.
that's what you get for not being a hollaback girl, I guess. You know, she were a hollaback girl.
The shit is bananas.
Yeah.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I ain't no holodeck girl. I ain't no holodeck girl.
Beat me up. Beat me up or something.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. So, as you know, we had a year, and we had a year of movies and TV. We had a year. It was quite a year.
Yeah.
Had some
Yeah.
stuff in it.
We had stuff. There was stuff we watched
started in January
and listened to.
ended in December.
Some of it we liked, and some of it we didn't like. And that's basically how we're ringing in this year with this episode, kind of reviewing everything before we get on to all the new stuff we're going to have in this upcoming year. I'm very excited. I also want to say thank you to everyone who wrote in. And by wrote in, I mean left a comment. But saying wrote in sounds more professional. Wrote in, not rode in. No one rode in on a horse. Anyway,
Rodan.
thank you guys. Thank
Mortal
you,
enemy
Rodan.
of Godzilla.
Thank you all for the comments on our holiday special. We got a lot
Yes.
of positive feedback, and give a shout out to Brian for editing that beautiful thing and making it
That was
the
fun.
masterpiece that it was.
a fun
And
one
to
to
Derek and Tito, you guys were awesome.
Yeah.
You had my wife, the little pint-sized thing that she is, laughing her ass off. She loved it. Sarah loved it. And
we got to
so,
do more of those.
We are going
those
to do
fun
more.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
we got a lot of great ideas coming up this year. So before we get to that, let's wrap up last year. What did we like? What didn't we like? What stood out? What did we wish we didn't see? You got an intro for this?
I do have an intro
Let's
because
go.
we're not really doing
We're not.
a.
I'm going to let you
Traditional appetizer.
Yeah.
We're not doing an appetizer section, but I do have an intro.
do it up.
for,
I'm
you know,
turning the
it's a-
controls to you with
It's
this
a
intro.
new year.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. As we begin another trip around the sun, a new year, a brand new podcast season, we here at Three Geeky Dads thought it might be fun to take a look back at 2023. Not all of it was good, though. We still had COVID rearing its ugly head here and there. The news was full of the usual, bad news. And worst of all, Zack Snyder released his version of Battle Beyond the Stars.
Gee, I wonder what's on Brian's naughty list.
But, and it's a big but, there were still some good things
Can't
there were still some good things that 2023 produced that made our geek flags fly. So, like tears in the raindrops and whiskers on Wookiees, bright copper droids and killer gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Here now for your consideration are some of our favorite things of 2023.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
That was awesome.
My man.
I didn't know you had such a voice.
You
Yeah,
love
we
it.
don't,
It's
we don't get
angelic.
Voice
we
of
don't
an
get to hear it
angel.
very often. When we do, damn,
Those golden pipes of Brian Ramsey, yes indeed.
the voice of an angel.
A
We'll
fallen
start
angel.
doing musicals.
I was
That's what
just
we
gonna
got
say,
to
it was
do.
a
Yeah,
musical.
you
Yeah.
know.
Fallen angel. The Rusty Pipes with the Fallen Angel, Brian Ramsey.
That's awesome.
Gentlemen. Oh, thank you very much.
Plan 9, the musical's back on.
Here we go.
There we go.
The Room, the musical.
I'm going to inspire you to finish that goddamn thing.
I will finish it, and we're going to
You
do
talked
it.
about that thing when you and I first started hanging
Oh
out.
God, I've always wanted to do that. And actually, when we went to see Harley in the live showing of The Room, the
Shadowcast.
thank you,
Yeah.
the Shadowcast. I knew there was a word for it. That was very inspirational too. It's like, oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
I know.
You know, you could. There are people out there who love these things. But anyway, New Year. You want to start us off since you've
Sure. All right. So
lead us down the path, Obi-Wan Cabrian.
I know we talked about like we were going to kind of roundtable, movies, TV shows, comics, and whatnot. I don't read a lot of comics anymore. I'm sorry, boys, but I don't. I've fallen off the comic train. So I did a lot of streaming this year.
Yep.
I'm going to start it off with one of my favorite things of 2023 is Poker Face. It was on Peacock?
Peacock.
I always
Yeah.
get Peacock and Paramount Plus mixed up. It was on Peacock, created by Ryan Johnson and starring Natasha Lyonne, and it is phenomenal. And if you guys still haven't seen it out there, please consider watching it. It's a great, great series. She stars as a Vegas
She's like a cocktail waitress.
cocktail waitress, I guess. Yeah, for lack of a better word. And she's got this innate ability to just read people where she knows instantly if they're lying or not. And her boss wants to use it to his advantage because he's running this casino and he wants to rig a card game, and it's against her morals, so to speak. So she kind of reneges, and it just spirals out of control from there, and it becomes like a road trip where she's kind of solving mysteries week to week while evading her boss, who's hot on her heels. And it's a great, great show. And Natasha Lyonne lists.
Adrian Brody, is he the boss?
He is the boss.
Or
The boss's son.
The boss's son.
He's the boss's son.
And
So-
Benjamin Bratt is
the
like
enforcer.
the muscle.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. So
I watched most of season 1.
It-
I never
it's
finished
She's
it.
having
I liked
quite a
it.
little resurgence.
Natasha
she is.
Lyonne?
Yeah. And I'm
yeah.
glad to see it
Right.
because
I didn't
she's a
know
good
she had
actress.
like a heart surgery.
Oh, I didn't
She
know
had,
that
like
either.
a severe substance abuse problem.
Yeah.
that I knew.
was
but I
reading
didn't-
about her recently because I was like, she's on. I was like, why the fuck is Natasha Lyonne in an Old Navy commercial?
Yeah, I know. That was weird. That was weird this past Christmas season. Yeah, but
Yep.
no, I'm glad to see her have a resurgence. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that she
The
had
public
this
wanted
health
her
issues.
back. God damn it, that's why.
Well, and the
Yeah.
other one was the Russian doll, right?
Russian Doll was
Russian
really good
Doll.
too from a few years back. There were 2 seasons of that, and that was really good too. Very strange, but I dug it. I remember talking about it, I think, during Geek Flag
I remember.
Yeah.
a couple of years back. And yeah, if you're like Natasha Lyonne in this show, definitely go back and check out Russian Doll, which is on Amazon.
Netflix.
Is
No,
it?
yeah, Russian doll's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay, all right.
That's a Netflix.
It's been a while
original.
since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Cool,
You
cool.
just want to bounce around? Everybody
Yeah,
throw
we'll just
something
go
there?
around, throw something in the air.
I saw it's pretty new, but I absolutely loved it. The Creator,
Oh yeah,
John David Washington.
I
haven't seen
did too.
this
I
yet.
liked it.
It's very good. So why I really liked it is because it is essentially the Golden Child in the future.
Yes.
He's very funny. It's not necessarily a comedy, but he is quite funny. It reminded me a lot of Eddie Murphy, and it's
Yeah.
him and this small child, and he's trying to get back to the woman that he loves, and the special effects are really, really cool. It's just like a really fun, interesting, kind of sad, kind of fucked up movie, and very like topical. Like I like topical shit, but I also hate it. I'm like, oh, this is America now, cool, or this is the world now.
Right. It can take you out of it.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, we
Yeah,
hate, we
I want to
hate
watch
China.
a movie to escape this stuff.
It is.
Right.
It's like
Right.
AI is created and they are destroyed everywhere except for Asia,
Right.
where they are allowed to live and coexist. And surprise, surprise, the big bad US of A, because all we engineer is death, has these the only thing that they can advance is their weaponry. So they're basically just going around from place to place trying to destroy all these fucking robots.
Yeah.
That's true. We made Pop-Tart. I mean, well, we did make Pop-Tarts
Yeah.
and Hot Pockets,
Are you
too.
sure?
There was a time.
Are you sure that wasn't Germany or
Well,
Sweden?
Pop-Tarts or
or-
maybe
It's
Pop-Tarts.
It's possible.
Hot Pockets for sure.
Strudel?
Streusel.
Oh, strudel, yeah.
Those fucks.
Right.
I'll stand by that. Okay, Hot Pockets then.
But I thought it was
Hitler
an
invented the
excellent movie.
VW bug.
It's at least he paid a guy to. It's a really fun movie, really heartwarming.
It just
This
dropped
is
too
nice.
on either Peacock or
Yeah,
Paramount.
It's
not
on one
that
of them,
recent.
yeah.
It's pretty recent. I talk about this all the time. I'm an actor's guy, So if there's a couple actors or actresses in a film, I'm gonna watch it. I like Denzel's kid a lot. I think he's a really good actor.
He is a good one. Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta check it out. And
Yeah.
it's fun, and I
And-
love The Golden Child. So I was like,
And it's directed by the guy that did Rogue One.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
forget his name right off the top of my head right now.
It is
but
the guy who did Rogue One. That was the other reason that I wanted to see it, because Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars
Rogue One was a
films.
fantastic movie.
It is a good movie.
And he's really good with ensembles. Ken Watanabe's in it.
I
That's
love
right,
him.
yeah.
I love him.
He's really good.
Oh, big time.
Gareth
Yeah.
Edwards.
Gareth Edwards. Yep, he's the director.
But, yeah, fun film.
And now he's back again too.
Yeah.
Not accurate. Short round there. Is back.
Oh yeah, but that's a
Oh,
different guy.
Key.
Oh, wait a second.
That's
Shit, that's
Yeah.
Wow, you just pulled a me.
I just pulled to Derek. I
Ken
got
Watanabe. Are
In
you thinking of,
2024, the
Lucy
part of Derek
Watanabe?
Reynard will
Yeah.
be played by Mark Macrina.
There you go.
Are you thinking of like
Thank you.
Long Duck Dong?
No. That's
Oh,
a
he
different
was
one.
Geedy
Wow,
Wat-
now everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Well, his last name is
I was
Watanabe.
thinking-
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Getty
Geedy-
Watanabe.
Yeah, Getty Watanabe.
All right. Maybe
You're
so,
thinking of.
So I Kate. I can't do it right.
Ki
Yeah.
Kwan?
Tehu Kwan. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's what I was thinking of. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's all right.
yeah, but
All
this,
right.
this guy was in The Last Samurai. He was in.
I just watched Christmas
Yeah.
Story.
Okay,
Well,
Letters to Iwo Jima.
he's in a bunch of Christopher Nolan movies.
Is he the one that's also
Yeah,
in Monarch
He was
right
Ra's
now?
al Ghul.
I'm the wrong person to ask, man.
Say that again?
Is he the one that's also in Monarch right now with Kurt Russell?
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
seen
I
that
still-
show.
I know he
He
was
in Godzilla.
He was in.
Then it is
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was in
then it is
Godzilla.
him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got Apple TV for a few months just to see Monarch. I
Oh,
wanna
check it
watch
out.
so
It's
I
really good.
I do want to see that. My first one's Twisted Metal. As far as new series go, this was the best one.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I had the most fun watching this show. Stephanie Beatrice, Anthony Mackie, Will Arnett, Thomas Hayden Church, Nev Campbell, awesome cast. If you're a fan of the game.
good, yeah.
And if you're not a fan of the game or just knew the game, it didn't matter. This was just a fun-ass show.
It was.
From start to finish. I hope there's another season. I'm assuming there's going to
Yeah.
be.
I think there is going to be
It
another
It
one.
was fantastic. So I'm starting it off with that because out of all the new stuff that I watched, this is the one that I remember, but I remember really liking and having zero complaints about.
Yeah.
Which is rare. So
Yeah, I only played like the PlayStation 1. I never followed the series, but I
Same.
remember that being one of the first games to
yeah,
come out
I
on
just remember
PlayStation.
the clown. I
I used
remember
to
the
play
clown.
the first two, and then Black, which was the PlayStation 2, the one that they came up for that. And
I know that
I
one.
loved the story, the artwork. Like
Yeah.
they're really cool characters, and they definitely did the games justice.
Absolutely.
That show was a lot of fun.
Oh god, it
and
was so good.
tons and tons
Very
of references and
gory,
shit.
very
Yeah.
very action packed. Great actors.
Yeah, Stephanie
you know.
Beatrice, she got something
She's
special.
awesome.
Dude,
Oh,
she's
she's
awesome.
awesome.
She's
Love her.
awesome.
Loved her in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Loved her in this.
I got to check out Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Somebody
great.
else was talking
Very
about that
funny.
show.
It's a funny
recently,
show.
too.
I never watched it. 'cause
I think it's another
Andre
podcast.
Andre Bauer.
Andre Bauer.
We
Yeah,
lost
I
him.
know.
I
we
wasn't
did.
a big
Great
fan of
actor.
Andy Samberg.
I wasn't either, but I like the rest of the cast.
But there's enough of the cast.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
don't like him, he plays off them very well, or they play off him.
And it's so
very
funny
well.
because Stephanie Beatrice's character in that is so different from everything else I
Oh,
know her
totally.
from.
Oh,
Like she's
yeah.
Mirabelle in Encanto.
Yeah, right,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
like which is just the total opposite.
Yeah.
And
Wow. Wow.
wow.
I didn't know she was in Encanto.
You've got to rearrange. Da-da-da-da-da. Brian goes through puberty. On
That's one of my
Three
three
Geeky
favorite
Mine-
episodes.
I
Mind
remember
blown.
that episode.
Yeah, old today. I love it.
So yeah, Chow Yun Fat in Everywhere All at Once. Check it out. No. Go ahead. I brought the embarrassment back to me.
See that?
To get you out of that. That's a Christmas gift.
It's all right. I can take it.
I know you can. Derek, how about you?
A lot of the stuff that we've talked about, well, that is on my list is stuff that I've already brought up. Best TV show,
Give it a
the
shot.
miniseries for me was Fall of House of Usher. I fucking loved it. I love Mike
I had that on my
Flanagan.
list too.
Me too.
He's so great. Everything that he's made has been like really, really awesome and intriguing. I love the cast that he works with, and
He's another one that likes to work with the same stable
Right.
of people.
Love that.
And as an Edgar Allan Poe fan, like the kind of renditions of each of the
Yeah.
stories that he did for each episode were really,
Yeah.
really cool.
It was great how he worked it all into like
Yeah.
wove it into like one big cohesive
Right.
story.
And I love anytime you can do that. Take like there's I can't think off the top of my head of other things that have done that, but like there's definitely some out there where they've taken like
Different
works
elements
of
and-
actors
yeah.
and of authors and kind of wove them together to make one story. And Across the Universe is a good example.
Oh yeah,
You know, they took all these
absolutely.
different songs.
Yes,
and
exactly. Beatles
made a
songs.
story
They
with
made
them.
Story out of
exactly.
So I love that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I've talked about a lot of the TV shows and stuff.
I watched that
Give
over
a shout
over
out to
Christmas.
whatever you want, man.
I watched that whole show.
Which one?
Fall of the House
Fall
of
of the House
Usher.
of- Yeah, it's good,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
like a haunted house guy, so I didn't watch like
The Haunting of
Bly
Hill
Manor.
and
Yeah, and the Hill House. and-
I only heard of, is it Gerald's Game
Yeah.
recently?
Yep.
I've been meaning to watch it, but I
Oh,
watched.
did he do that?
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder Carla
He-
Gugino's in it.
He's a wicked Stephen King guy.
Girl.
He did Dr. Sleep, and he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And
He
he's
did Dr.
doing the
Sleep.
one with Tom Hiddleston. I forget the name of it, but it's
I like Dr.
it's
Sleep.
based on a short
Dr.
story.
Sleep was good.
There's a short
It's
story
a
that's
Stephen King short story.
Yeah.
Oh, I read about that recently.
I can't
Yeah,
can't
I know
remember
what
the
you're
name of it,
talking about.
but it's Tom Hiddleston is the star, and it's got a bunch of people from his stable of actors.
Nice.
But he's a big Stephen
Yeah,
King guy.
I like him
I
a lot.
watched Midnight Mass because I like vampires. So I
Yes.
was like, oh, I'll give this a shot, and I loved it.
yeah.
And then when I saw, I like fucking Carla, that's my girl. But then I saw that he had a lot of the same actors, and I liked a lot of the actors.
And then he
that
did the
were in it.
Midnight Club.
And he dates that. one
He's
of the
married
actresses, is
to
it
Kate Siegel.
Siegel, yes.
Yeah, the one that like in
Married with Children?
no.
She plays
Katie
the
Sagal.
platinum blonde
Yeah.
daughter in Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know who you're
the-
talking about
the-
now. I
And
know.
she's
who-
like the pregnant woman. Is she pregnant in Midnight Mass?
Yes.
Yeah, she
Yep.
plays a pregnant woman in Midnight Mass.
Yep.
But that I thought was just like a beautiful show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fall of the
Great
House of
monster
Usher, I thought
effects
was
on
fucking
it. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought I really
And that's kind of how his work is. Like he just like it's just beautiful. Like everything about it, and like the design of the characters and the shots that he has, and just the way that he tells the story is just. I'm a huge Flanagan.
Like
fan.
it gives me, I think he's super talented. It does give me like Ryan Murphy vibes, like American Horror Story.
Yeah,
kinda,
agreed.
When I'm like, oh, okay, he's working with the same people,
Yeah.
just in different stories. But I think whatever he's doing really well.
Yeah.
And I love Dr. Sleep. I thought that movie was awesome.
Yeah.
I did too.
So, and
I was surprised
I am
how
looking
much I
forward to seeing the rest of his stuff. It makes me want to watch the like Bly Manor.
Right.
Yeah,
because
they're really
this guy's
good.
very talented.
I mean, and there's it's Haunting of Bly Manor and Hill House are both like there's some scary shit.
Yeah.
But overall, like the story at the heart of both of those is really good. It makes it not just a
ghost
haunted
story.
house movie.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Especially Bly Manor is more of a love story. It's really like it's like the haunted aspect part is kind
Yeah.
of it takes a
Yeah,
back seat.
I thought that The Haunting of Hill House was more creepy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Really more creepy.
Well, and I remember watching that and I remember how there would be ghosts that were hidden.
Right.
Like there'd be in the background, there'd be a face
Or a figure just standing in the
Right.
background that's not supposed to be there.
right,
And it's
And it
like,
was
and
on
the rest of the
purpose
cast
and-
is not acknowledging this stranger.
right.
And it's
Oh,
like, oh,
interesting.
that's a ghost.
Like they're in a kitchen,
Yeah.
and there's like a glass kind of cabinet kind of thing, and there's
reflections of a face.
There's a ghost in there, like
Yeah.
you can see.
Yeah.
and
That's cool.
it's
Yeah, or like way in the background
Definitely
of this,
creepy.
of the foyer. There's the room way in the background. There's like a figure standing there. It's like, all right, that's a plant, but what is that? That's a
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
And like nobody's acknowledging it. So it's like in the face in the banister, like in the
Right.
very first scene.
Right.
Oh, it's very creepy, man.
Yeah.
You got to check this out.
Like
That
so,
was-
it's
There's a
so
whole
that was
article
put
about
in
like
there
all the
just for
ghosts,
you.
like
like
all the
which is
Easter eggs.
good for all the
Oh,
frights, but
interesting.
like
Yeah.
the actual story of that revolves around the kids because
Mm.
it's two different timelines. It's when they were kids living in this house,
Yeah.
okay.
And then when they're adults.
and like there's two twins, the youngest ones, they definitely have more of a connection to the house and are kind of haunted by it still, whereas the other ones have kind of gone on.
Yeah,
and
they moved on.
tried to live their lives, but it's just really good. His the writing and the acting, it's just awesome. I can't say enough good stuff about him.
Yeah, agreed.
And Fall of House of Usher was one of my favorites. Some of the best deaths. And
It's true.
it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on my list too. So this past year we had The Mandalorian season 3, which was okay, but Pedro Pascal had another episodic series out at the same time. The Last of Us on HBO was phenomenal.
I still have to see this. Yeah,
that's the next on my list. It's The Last of Us.
I shall watch that.
I don't know the name of the actress that was the girl that he was shepherding through the show, but she was on Game of Thrones.
Bella
Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey.
Yes, I should have known that. Of course, I should have known that.
She was like the last Mormont.
Yes, she was the girl that had the dragon scale disease.
Oh no! That's you're thinking of.
Yes, you're right.
Yes,
you're right. She was the one that got stood up to everybody at the end.
Yes,
you're right. It was confusing then.
Jorah Mormont's
the Child Queen.
Yes,
yeah, Bear Island.
She's the one that took no shit from anybody.
Bingo.
Yeah, and she does the same thing in this show too. She's great. Her and Pedro Pascal are awesome together, finding their way to Sanctuary through all these infected people, basically zombies. It's just a very creepy show. I've never played the game.
Yeah.
I never played the game, but I love the show. It makes me want to play the game. But I did hear that season 2, especially is based on, I guess, the second game, and major things happen.
Yeah.
Which affect Pedro Pascal's character.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to go, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's a major spoiler, but maybe you can read between the lines of what I'm saying.
I'm going to pretend I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about. Because I don't.
I don't know either.
All right.
So I'm good. And I will still check it out.
The dumber I play, the
that's what I'm doing. I'm playing dumb.
The smoker you drink, the player you get.
Bingo.
Yeah.
All kinds of cold turkeys. I'm smoking all these cold turkeys.
Feathers coming out of your mouth.
Feathers coming out of every hole.
Fears, Smith.
It's
Farting
disgusting.
feathers.
You would love it.
I would. Hilarious.
Forget crop dusting. It's called feather dusting.
Stop it.
All right, Tito, what do you got?
I'll go with the series. I think I spoke about this. It was a geek flag of mine. I Am a Virgo. It's Boots Riley he made a movie. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't type it into my phone, so it doesn't matter. But it's a series about a 15-foot tall boy.
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
Who lives with his aunt and uncle because his mother has passed away. And
was this on Amazon? Or was
it is.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Walter Goggins is in it. Mike Epps plays his uncle. Olivia Washington, Denzel Washington's daughter, is in it. And he is enormous. And then he meets some friends and they take him out into the real world. And it's really, really funny and sad and interesting to see him adapt to society, because he sees all these commercials for the fast food chain, and he finally goes to the fast food chain and eats these things that he realizes it's disgusting. Because his family, his aunt and uncle have been feeding him like really good food his entire life. But he's addicted to this commercial and television, what the world could be like. And this superhero played by Walter Goggins, which is really well done. The comic book came out first, and then he came out as the superhero. It's this marketing scheme.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So he loves the comic book, but the hero's not that great of a guy. There's this really great explanation of capitalism in this. It's probably the greatest explanation of capitalism I've ever heard. So it's worth it just to see that one scene. But it's really funny. It's really fun. Oh, he did that movie where the guy who works at the call center and he does the white voice and he ends up going to the top of. You ever seen that?
I never even heard of it.
So good.
I'm sure I know what you're talking about.
Is that Sorry to Bother You?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry to Bother You.
Okay.
With Lakeith Stanfield is in it. It's really, really funny. Army Hammer's in it.
So it's a black guy that uses a white voice at a call center?
Dude, so his voice is David Cross when he's talking to people on the phone.
Oh, no, really?
His voice is David Cross, and then Danny Glover's in the movie, and his voice is fucking Patton Oswalt. When he's like, no, he's like, you're scaring them. You're scaring them. You gotta talk. You gotta use a white voice. And he's like this, and he pitches his nose, and he's like, no, you have to talk like you don't have a care in the world. Like this, and then it turns into Patton Oswalt.
That's awesome.
And then he's like, "Oh, let me try it." And whenever he uses the voice, it's David Cross, and it skyrockets him to the top of this corporation. But he doesn't know what they're selling. What they're selling is awful.
Right.
Oh no,
he doesn't know what he's selling.
And it's like it's a super bizarre movie, right?
It's
like it takes
absurd.
like way fucked up left turn.
Really?
Absurd.
Is this streaming somewhere? I got to see it
It
now.
might be on Amazon. But I'll
it's
I'll
on
check
one
for
of
it.
them.
It's called Sorry to Bother You.
Sorry to bother you.
Tessa
I'm going to
Thompson
remember
is
that
in
one.
it.
Oh shit, that sounds amazing.
Army Hammer's in it. which kind of works based on what we know about Armie Hammer. His character in the movie, you're
Yeah.
like, I could see real Armie Hammer doing this and acting in real life.
Real Armie Hammer probably did do this.
Yeah, right. It's possible, dude. Like mutants, it's so fucking weird. But I'm a Virgo. He's a Virgo. The kid's a Virgo. He's 14 feet
Wouldn't you
tall.
like to be a
It's
Virgo
fun.
too?
And Denzel Washington's daughter also has a superpower. She moves really, really fast.
Yeah.
So she has to teach herself to slow down. So there's actually an episode where she's a little girl where all she hears from her parents is like the teacher from
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. So
Yeah.
they slowly they start writing things down. She learns how to read and she learns how to slow everything down. So when she's moving fast, you just see like, when she's moving it, when you're seeing her perspective, everything's just kind of like, it's very cool the way they do it. And other people have powers. It's a fun show.
I didn't know she was an actress.
I did. This is the first thing I'd ever seen.
I
her.
knew the son.
She looks
'cause he's
just
been in a
like
bunch
the
of
son.
stuff. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that
She's
good?
pretty though. She's
okay.
pretty. I think she's pretty, but I'm like, oh, she looks. And his son sounds just fucking like him. I was watching.
yeah, he
videos
does.
and stuff, Denzel Washington. But that was one of my shows that I loved this year.
Nice. My next one is a movie from a couple of movies on here. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Very good.
I had
Probably
that too.
my favorite Marvel thing to MCU, whatever you want to call it, is. It's
So
probably
far
the
at all?
favorite. Out of all of them,
Wow.
that was my favorite one.
Nice.
That was the one I had the most fun watching. We did a whole show on it, I believe. So
Yeah.
we don't really need to. But everything.
That's my
about
favorite
them-
series.
It's
of
my
all
favorite
the Marvel
series.
Yeah.
films that they've
Yeah,
done.
those and the Spider-Man films are my favorite things that I can't always go back to superhero films, especially the newer ones for whatever reason. But I can go back to Guardians. Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't rewatch a lot of them outside of Winter Soldier, which I just think is a fucking awesome like spy movie.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah.
I'll watch the Guardians of the Galaxy because they're standalone films.
They're
you don't
just
need to
so
know
much
anything
fun.
else.
It's
you
true.
don't need to know anything else.
Yep.
They're just great
Yeah.
fun, great
Yeah.
music, great
Yeah, the music
cast.
is good.
Like the stories are really good and they give you feels and they're fucking fun ass
We got
movies.
Baby Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I love
Lila.
about it. You know. And,
I know.
I know.
oh man,
It is.
Guardians was top for me as far as I'm concerned. So that's mine.
Nice.
Again, we've talked about a lot of my favorites, Ninja Turtles and across the Spider-Verse, obviously.
yeah, I have that on mine too.
But one of the other ones, I Dungeons and Dragons was like it was such a nice
that on yours?
surprise.
Yeah, that
No,
was
it
one of
wasn't.
mine
Oh,
too.
sorry.
No,
I still
no,
haven't
dude.
watched
I've
that.
got so many of them. Don't worry about
Hey, you
it.
guys can like.
It was such a nice little surprise.
It was.
because I mean,
After the first one, I didn't know what to expect.
and I didn't mind the first one.
It was okay.
Was that the one with
But-
Marlon Wayans?
It was. It had Marlon
Jeremy
Wayans.
Irons?
and Thora
Yes,
Birch,
yes.
Jeremy Irons.
Thora Birch,
Yeah.
blast
Yeah.
from the
Remember
past.
her
Yeah.
from
Yep.
what the?
What's she
American
doing now?
Beauty?
Watching a bag float
She's
around?
watching
in
a
the
kid
fucking
watching
parking
a
lot?
bag. No, she's watching a
watching
kid.
a kid watch.
Well,
Yeah.
she's watching Wes Bentley stare at a bag.
The most beautiful thing in the world.
Patriot Games. Remember when she was
Right,
little
right.
tiny Thora Birch?
Oh, that's right.
She was-
Well, Hocus Pocus.
Harrison.
Focus.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's daughter.
And she was, I don't know if you guys ever saw it. She played Neil Patrick Harris's younger sister in the movie Purple People Eater.
Never
See
saw
that?
it.
Oh, I
I
remember that
saw
movie. She was a
that.
little girl.
Yeah.
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 That was like a Disney original.
Yeah.
She was short round, right? It's the last time I'm doing that joke. That's the last time. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, but no, Chris Pine, my favorite Chris, and just like great cast, great setup, stuck to the
Yep.
the
Was it
roots of the game.
Tessa Thompson? Is that
No,
what's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez. I get her mixed up with
Hugh Grant, who we were talking about
Yep.
earlier. That was another one of his.
Oh, Hugh
Yep.
Grant's in that movie?
Yeah.
Dude, he's surprising with like some of the
He's
roles
back,
that he
man.
Yeah.
He's
between
back.
that Operation Fortune.
He's done a couple of
Wonka.
The Gentleman.
Guy
He's fucking
Ritchie
awesome
movies.
in The Gentleman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good in that.
He's
Yep.
but he's like
He's great in Agent
against
Fortune.
type, which is kind of very cool.
Sorry, Divine. I've had enough of you.
And yeah, I mean, it was a really really fun movie.
It
And
was.
I hear that they might make another one.
I hope they do.
Chris Pine had said something about like he really wants to make another one. So I would like to see the next campaign.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, what does a movie need to make now? Because I feel like movies aren't making money.
Well,
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
I think of that a lot when I read the stuff that like they're so quick to bash like the Marvels. Oh, it bombed. It was the worst Marvel movie, and at the box office.
Yeah.
it really
The
wasn't bad.
pandemic changed all of that.
it really
Right,
did.
People don't go to the movies
People
like
don't
that
go.
anymore.
Every time I go to the movie, I mean, I go pretty much just for the Marvel movies or like a big movie that I
Yeah, like the
just wanna-
tentpole stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Didn't the new Indiana Jones movie bomb too? I haven't
It did.
seen it yet.
Yeah.
That
I still haven't
bombed.
seen
Yeah.
it. either.
rightly so. But,
No, but okay, we'll get to that.
but,
Well,
I finally watched it on Disney.
I feel like a bunch of things have.
Right.
How did Aquaman do? Like
Aquaman-
Did that come out?
number one?
Trudy, that's what I noticed
that?
it the other day. It
Aquaman's
came out last week,
It's
and
the
I didn't
number
even
one
know.
movie. I mean, it didn't beat Barbie, but
I think
like,
I mean, between the fact that people don't go to the movies anymore, plus people don't watch a lot of live TV with commercials. They stream.
that's
So
true.
if you don't see if you don't really follow movies like we do,
Yeah.
like you're not going to know that a movie's coming out. It's just going to be out.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the problem too.
Mostly, Aquaman slipped by Cheeto
yeah.
and I.
Dude,
I just- I just don't know. I just
Aquaman.
I feel like they need there needs to be a whole re-shifting of not priorities, but like just the way that we view successful movies.
You have like that whole Barbenheimer thing
Yeah.
was enormous, right?
Right.
So many people. They were like, "Oh, people are going back to the movies." Like, no, that was like some
It was a
crazy
one shot.
internet fucking thing
Right.
that took off because TikTok runs the world now,
Right.
and that was some shit that was floating around on social media.
Right. Some
That's
stupid
why
kids
my-
went to see
my
both of them in
kid
one
did
day,
it.
or
Yeah.
My kid went to go see both
it
of them
became the
because that
thing.
was a thing.
Right.
That didn't bring movies
you're-
back.
so you're saying not necessarily bringing movies back. They have to be events again. They got to be things that feel
Not even. They
eventful.
just have to be advertised. Like you have to
As-
advertise.
They got to be
and-
They have to be
advertised as
marketed
something
well.
And you know what? The other part of the problem is too is that people know that they don't have to wait much longer from when a movie comes out to theaters.
Seriously.
to the time it comes to your TV.
That piece
quick.
of shit Silent Night that I saw just before
it's already
Christmas, it's
streaming.
already on streaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good. I
It's
gotta see
already
that.
on streaming.
I mean,
need
a
to
lot
watch
of
it.
a lot of them still stream
I still
anyways.
want to
Day
see- I
of.
saw the trailer. I, think
I
it
know.
looks good.
I saw the trailer. The trailer looked good.
Well, I'll see. We'll
Like
see.
you can still spend $20 and rent a movie that just came out, but like
See, I
they're,
can't
they're
do
gonna
that.
be like the creator. I saw that pop up on Vudu to buy.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden and what it's in the Fandango at home. So it's like movies that are new, but it's like $20 to rent them. Next thing you know, I mean, I almost would have bought that if we had talked and I didn't know that it was on Peacock or Paramount. I probably would have fucking bought it.
yeah.
Yeah, but all right. But even during the pandemic, you had movies that were treated like events because it was something new or something
Well,
different.
people couldn't go out.
People no, but like when people could go out, there were people going to.
But
not
during the
waiting.
pandemic, they couldn't.
No, but when
and that
they
was when you
could-
had the first Dune movie, and you had Wonder Woman '84,
Right, but I'm
and you
talking
had all these
about
big
when
event
I'm
movies that
talking
were just
about when
being.
you could go out again. Look at Cocaine Bear. Everybody went to see
Oh, yeah.
Cocaine Bear because it was treated. It was something new. It wasn't a superhero
And
movie.
because
It wasn't part of a franchise.
But because of the internet,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
it had so much hype and buzz around the internet just
Right.
because of the idea was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it was something out of left field. It
Right.
was something different.
Right.
And again, event. If it's something that feels different or new or fresh, I think people will go and see it. And they won't want to wait necessarily for a streaming thing because I didn't want to wait for Cocaine Bear. I wanted to get a bunch of friends together and go see this thing.
I just don't want to keep seeing movies like, well, more so the companies that make the movies make their decisions based on how much they make at the box office because it's null and void. It's not like that way of reading, whether or not they should make more of something. It doesn't fly. It doesn't
That
make sense
doesn't
anymore.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, right. This all started
know?
because of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Who's
will
going
prob-
next?
which I
I'm
feel
sorry.
like it'll get a. I feel like it'll get a sequel.
Yeah, it was very successful.
No, I'm
Like,
sure
it
it
was
will.
pretty
A lot of
popular
people liked it.
and well received
Yeah.
by the people who did see it.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, like the Marvels, I like the Marvels.
I like the Marvels.
And I remember
haven't
reading
seen
I remember reading so many people shitting on that movie because it was like the lowest, that they made the least. And it's like
Yeah, they get a kick out of it now.
Right.
When once upon a time,
like, yeah,
if
it
a
was
movie bombed, a movie bombed.
you have to look at the circumstances.
Yeah.
So, like,
People hold the
it's-
celebration when the movie
You hear
bombed.
this?
I know,
guy
I know, I'm
defending a
fucking defending
Brie
the
Larson
Marvels.
movie.
Yeah.
You hear this, dude?
I know.
it's New Year, New You.
I knew that.
the times
I knew
are
I bought
changing.
that button for a reason.
It
guy.
It took how many years?
What
but
the fuck?
Oh, 5
them.
years. 5 years to bring him around.
Hey, see, this is what this show does. It changes you. I like Robert Pattinson now. I like Brie Larson. Sorry, Sarah Jessica. I'm never gonna fucking lie.
We'll figure it out.
I'll
We'll figure it out.
I'll
Killed a
work
man.
with you on that.
You killed him.
Killed a man.
I'll work with him. Matthew Broderick
Brick
killed
killed
the
a guy.
man. She was just along for the ride.
Well, yeah, you know what?
No, it was Jennifer Grey. Jennifer Grey was dating him at the time.
Yeah, it was Jennifer
okay.
Grey.
So
Before they got
how did
married.
she kill
So
a
she
man then?
married a murderer.
Yeah.
Oh, she married a murderer.
Yeah,
Well, that was
which just shows that she has no sense or taste.
okay.
Well,
Never mind. So what do you
Hopefully
got,
neither does Matthew
Brian?
Broderick.
I'm going with Loki season 2.
Okay.
Loki
I
season
still haven't
2
seen
was
this.
fantastic. Season 1 was great. It was building to something that I had no idea where it was going. Loki is stuck in the time variant authority with Mobius, played by Owen Wilson.
wow.
Wow.
Loki.
I just want a jet ski. Wow.
Loki, wow.
He gets it
He
too.
does. He does.
He gets
Spoilers,
his jet
Tito.
ski. Oh, sorry.
But no, it's great. It's great. Even Jonathan Majors, who unfortunately had his day in court recently, and is
He ain't
not
coming back.
He's not in favor of the Marvel Disney people anymore. But he was great.
Or women, you know.
He
I
sucks.
guess. Yeah.
Who knew?
I know, right?
You never know
But
till you know.
he was good in the in the series, and I liked his character
Yeah.
of Mr. Timely, which was one of the variants of Kang that was a big part of season 2. And Loki kind of gets what he wanted, but
Right.
not in the way he wanted it at the end.
Right.
So you have to watch it because there's a major change
Dude,
for the Loki
There's
that
character.
6
last
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not.
six?
It's not very long.
No.
Yeah.
I want to say. I did.
That-
I
that
thought
last
season 1 was
image-
great.
Oh my
shot
God, it was
is
perfect.
awesome.
I had chills.
Such a
I
great
had
ending to
chills.
his storyline, and
I hope it's not an end to the character on screen, but if it is,
Right.
I like where they put him.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. I struggle. You know.
Yeah?
I struggle.
There's a lot out there.
I don't know. There's a lot of new things I want to watch that come out all the time, and I'm just like, I don't have the energy for you right
Do
now.
you jump back to old things because of
Every
the familiar?
day.
Same.
Every day I scroll
Same.
and I'm like,
I do
I'm
that,
going to
yeah.
watch something new right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't think so. Roadhouse it
So
is.
much of
I
it.
say it all the time. I like.
Yeah.
All I do is add things to my queue that I'll never watch.
Roadhouse.
You know what? I feel like Patrick Swayze is going to make me feel good right now.
Phrasing?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that instead.
Let's watch Clue.
Roadhouse.
Dude, I had to,
180th time.
I had to force myself to watch Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. This chick in her black eyes won't stop fucking staring at me. I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Maybe she gets topless. I don't know. Spoiler.
Well, honestly, but, like putting
It was a fucking awesome show.
going, I went on Letterboxd to look at like what movies came out this year that I watched, and you know that way I could make my list. And I didn't really watch a lot of new movies this
No,
year.
it's weird. I struggled to come up with movies. I
Yeah.
had more TV shows than movies.
I had a lot too. We can bounce around, right?
No, do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
I want to hit you
absolutely.
guys with the worst. Speaking of a new movie that I saw, and I don't watch new movies, but I watched this movie with you guys, and I missed the episode of Two Geeks and a Mic where you were on it. Werewolf Santa is the worst movie I saw.
Oh, are we going worse now?
I was bouncing around.
well,
Fuck it,
yeah,
why not?
bouncing around.
Bouncing around.
We're bouncing around. I'll
yeah.
fucking
Some
bounce
worse,
around.
'cause that is on my list.
Because
as
I
well.
fucking did not like that movie. I did not like anything that happened that evening. I don't remember. That movie ruined everything. It could have been a good day. I don't know.
The movie that ruined Christmas for Tito.
It ruined everything. It
How
didn't make
could
any
it-
fucking sense.
But here's the thing: how could it have ruined How could it have ruined anything? It wasn't anything.
It was
wasn't.
terrible.
This wasn't even a bad movie you could make fun of. This wasn't a bad movie where you could say, well, the filmmakers at least had a good time doing it.
Santa got a flat tire, and then he got
And
attacked by a
nothing
werewolf.
happened. You had this was
Off
the
camera.
worst thing I've seen. This
camera.
was my number one worst thing.
Oh, it's fucking.
yes.
the worst
That
thing
was
of the year.
Fucking
I got one other worse, but like that one's top of the. I was like, I
I
went
got
back
a couple too.
to look through this year's like episodes, and I
Yeah.
was like, well, that wasn't new. That wasn't. I was like, oh fuck. Wait a minute! I watched the new movie that we didn't even do a fucking episode on.
I know.
We did an episode for another show,
Mike and Steve.
and I watched that fucking movie, and
When do I get to talk
I
about
didn't
it?
even get to tell anybody how fucking terrible it was.
There is no way that movie should have ended the way it was. Ended up being the way it was.
Yeah.
Like if it was a bad movie, that would have at least been something.
Yeah.
Like this was not a movie. It was just these people in a found footage setting, and every now and then a guy in a Halloween mask, and Mick from Teen Wolf, which was
Mick
a
from
total,
Teen Wolf, yeah.
but very little happens.
Is that you call stunt casting?
Wasted.
Yeah.
Is that a stunt
Kind of
cast?
stuff. Yeah, I think
I
so.
guess so, yeah.
Is it?
And they
Well,
didn't even
understood the
utilize the
stunt
stunt
casting.
cast.
No, it wasn't.
They didn't
I-
utilize it.
It wasn't a
Like he
Teen
should have been a
Wolf.
douche. Instead, he was like trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
And like, no, there's
Sometimes
no
he
redemption
was
for
He
you.
British.
wasn't trying to be anything. Nobody was trying to be anything. They just talked.
Sometimes he was English, I
They
think.
talked
With his-
yeah,
with his
accent
40-year-old
came-
daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
His 40-year-old daughter
He
wife.
had the Carrie Fisher accent in Star Wars
you
that
know what?
came and it went.
It upsets me that I remember so much about it.
I
There was
know.
nothing
Like that
to
I
remember.
Mick was in it. I remember the fucking
Yeah, but
flat tire.
I
haven't been able to
remember.
block
I
anything
remember the
out.
first shot of seeing Santa just standing there, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." I thought he's gonna come. This cover looks cool. He's gonna come down
Yeah.
the chimney.
Great cover.
The guy's gonna be a werewolf and turn him into a werewolf. We get to see Santa as a werewolf going down the chimney and killing a bunch of people,
Well,
and nobody did that.
What I would give it is the best movie cover for the worst movie I saw this year.
I'll
There you
agree
go.
with you
It
with
gets
that.
that award.
I agree with that. I agree.
I actually was like, oh, this could be kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
That's a cool cover.
I think that's why the two geeks and a microphone guys picked it.
They did.
Based on the cover alone.
Yeah, they
Oh,
got in touch with me.
guys.
They're like,
Which
Mark,
a lot
werewolf.
of those bad movies do that.
Yeah.
Like all the shark covers are really kind of cool. Like,
Oh, the
you know,
Sharkula,
we,
Sharkistan
we
ones? Yeah.
remember like we
Yeah.
said when we watched those how
Santa Jaws, we
They don't
did like
look like
3 years
that.
ago.
Yes, we did.
right,
But at least we had fun picking on
right.
them.
At
We
least
had
that one
fun.
was,
They made us laugh.
and
They
you could
made
tell
us-
they had fun making it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I bring up Weredeer.
Yeah.
Like Tito said it. At least everybody had fun making this movie.
You know what's
and
funny?
that's
I
what
couldn't
loved
put
about
that
it.
on my worst or best.
No,
Where
It's
Dear.
just-
I
it's
can't.
there.
It's not my
It's
worst.
there.
The worst new movie that I saw. This
No,
year.
the worst thing I've seen is Werewolf Santa. And
Yeah.
I'm putting that ahead of Manos, the head of Fate, Birdemic, you name it. And, you know,
What year did Skinamarink come out? Was this past year?
that's
I was
the
gonna
other
put
one.
That on
That's
here.
the other one on my
Dude,
list.
I was
Yeah.
looking at
I gotta
best
check, 'cause I
movies
didn't
of
put
the
that on
year
there, but-
list, and Skinamarink was
on
on
it?
Oh, it
a
was on
bunch of lists.
2022.
it's because people are stupid.
Skinamarink was on a bunch of lists of like the best movies that came
That's
out.
no, they're not stupid. We just don't see it. It's all suggestive. I don't.
Skinamarink came out in
Did you have-
2022.
Do you have that on your list?
What?
This guy in the corner?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You?
Because I thought about it and I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like Brian.
For a best-
Even
That's
though
what I want.
even though it was a 2022 movie, I saw it in
Oh, was it
2023.
a 20?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah,
It
but I
is- it
didn't watch
counts.
it until 2023, so I say it counts.
It counts.
Oh, we can do that. Son
Why
of a
not?
bitch.
Why
I
not?
didn't know.
We're
I
doing
thought
it.
we're doing it now.
Because I thought of it, and then I'm looking. I'm like, oh, it's 2022. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't see it until 2023.
I
at
finally
you.
watched White Men Can't Jump. No,
Yeah, exactly.
Playing
The
around
best-
with time.
Hey, it's our show. We can do what we want.
That's true.
That was my worst.
All right, well,
One of my worst.
So I basically bounced off of yours, so you can go ahead because I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
For worst, Werewolf Santa was like top of the charts for me, right there.
we'll do a different one.
Do it different.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
me
do
what to
something
do,
else.
Devil
Something else
Woman.
on there.
Oh, okay. Suburban Scares.
So disappointing.
John Carpenter's show.
Oh,
on
did you guys
Peacock,
watch that? I totally
which I
forgot
was
about
I
it.
watched
Totally
part of the
looking
first
forward
episode.
to.
Yeah,
It is dull.
so bad.
It's bad. It's boring. I thought it was going to be John Carpenter makes these little
Right.
episodes based on these real events and turn them into little movies or little shows or whatever. Instead, they're almost like fake mockumentaries
Right.
or documentaries.
and he
Some of
really
the
wasn't
worst
even
acting.
involved with it.
No, he
He
sat.
put his name on it.
Yeah.
and
and
Oh, that's
narrated
what he
it.
does now, right? He's
Yeah.
just like, give me money. Okay.
Yeah. It was a huge,
Wow.
one of the biggest letdowns of this year.
yeah,
There's
Big
not really
time.
much more I can say on that. So,
I got a letdown. I got some letdowns.
let down.
Let me see
Radiohead.
which one I want to do because there was a lot of them. I'll do what I mentioned earlier. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Haven't seen it.
It had the makings of a really good, cool, like
The first, maybe third of it was
Right.
good when he was de-aged.
right.
And it looked really good, and
So
it was
you
like
saw
the
him.
Indie of
He's, like,
old.
young?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was like it was like an
like a
extended
yeah.
flashback at the
Him
beginning.
and Toby Jones.
Yes, Toby Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that was in
I don't know that
the
fucking name.
the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
He was the guy that in the
Oh,
computer.
MODOK.
Yeah, no, not MODOK, but the other guy that was in the computer.
Oh, the guy with the.
You know, I am not German. I am
Arnim
Swiss.
Zola.
Yes.
Arnim Zola.
Thank you.
Arnim Zola.
Thank you.
Yep.
Couldn't think of his name. I could just think of his accent.
Yeah, he like
Clank.
and even after that, like when it jumps to current day and
Yeah.
he's kind of old and
Yeah.
you know,
Current day, as far as
cranky.
like the 60s.
Like he's Harrison Ford now. He's
Yeah.
cranky.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know,
And miserable.
knocking on neighbors' doors who are playing their music too loud. Like, all right, I'll dig that, whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, then it just like, and I understand these movies all have some type of weird supernatural thing that they have to do, but I feel like this one and that one, and, you know, the last one.
I didn't see
are
the
last one. Yeah.
scraping.
They brought Nazis back though, right?
They
The
did bring
They
Nazis
did
the
bring
bad
Nazis
guys?
back, which
Yeah.
and it made sense the way they did it, which is
Yeah.
great.
I don't like the way I said that. But
They brought
you know what I
Nazis
mean.
back.
They're the bad guys. They're the eternal bad guys. I like to
I
see
know.
Indiana Jones
I know.
kill zombies.
Everybody
Zombies,
likes to see a
Nazis.
Nazi get punched in the
Yeah,
nose.
right.
But like with the last one being the like aliens, and then this one time travel, and I fucking hated that. I just hated that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. The ending is
Do they bring Kate Capshaw back?
no.
Do they travel
No.
back in time?
No, Marion shows up at the very end, which is nice.
Oh.
But not nice enough.
Well, no, you know what's nice about it is that they got rid of the other character that was in the last
No,
one.
I know they did.
So
yeah,
I like that.
There's no mutt.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's in
No.
the. She was in the last one, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see the last one.
Yeah.
I heard that her part got really cut though, and it's
Yeah.
obvious. She's on screen for all of 30 seconds.
Who,
I'm like,
Marion?
Yeah, Marion.
Oh, Kate Capshaw
At the
wasn't
very,
available?
very end. No.
No, and I like Phoebe Waller-Bridges. I like her.
See, I'm not a fan of hers.
I
I've
mean,
never seen Fleabag. Is that a good show?
my wife loves it.
I've heard great things about it. I've never seen it though.
And I didn't know this, but she wrote something. She like was a writer on something big that like
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Sex in the City.
No. It was like like something
Oh.
cool that you're like, oh my god.
Samantha.
Who's the one that played the bad guy?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mikkelsen.
Yes.
He was
yes.
awesome.
Oh,
He's
he's
great.
great.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And the other guy
He
too.
al-
The guy that played his like kind of second in command.
Yes.
He's a good bad
Yes,
guy.
he is a good bad guy. It had some really good elements. It could have been a greater film, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
lacking something.
I gotta find out what she wrote because that's gonna fuck
I
up on me.
think it was lacking Spielberg. He
Probably.
did not direct this one.
He's
Well,
got.
did he
nothing-
direct? Yeah, but he directed the last one, didn't he?
He did, but
and that one fucking sucked.
But that one was because it was based on a Lucas idea.
Oh, that's true.
I'm
I
right
always
here,
wanted aliens.
standing right
Ever
here.
since I started it, it's like
Poetry.
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 Oh, is that what
aliens, and
happened? Was
poetry.
aliens at the end?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Aliens was in the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, I didn't see
Oh,
that
you
one.
Alien-
don't skip that
that's-
one.
No, don't see
Yeah.
that at
Yeah.
all.
No.
We did an episode.
I
on
like.
it.
She was a co-screenwriter on No Time to Die, the Bond movie.
Oh,
Which
no
I was
shit.
like, wow,
You love James
really?
Bond.
I do.
Wow.
I fucking love James Bond.
No shit. She
Yeah,
wrote that,
which is weird to me.
I'm not a particularly religious person, but I loved that aspect of the Indiana Jones films.
Right.
So I like
Like
Temple
Last
of
Crusade.
Doom because I saw it the most as a kid because it was always fucking on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Last Crusade and, Raiders of the
Raiders.
Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I love that like kind
Right.
of.
The religiosity of it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is they took like actual artifacts, things that
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Even,
right.
the,
read
even
about
this
in
one,
history.
At the
Yeah.
beginning, the Spear of
the
Destiny.
sphere. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Which
'Cause
is what
the
they were
Nazis have
looking
been trying
for.
to get that for years.
Right.
Which is what the whole
And it was-
beginning of it was.
What was Constantine?
Yeah. Spirit Destiny's in that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Like I immediately thought of
Yeah.
that. I'm like, oh,
Did
cool.
you guys remember a show called Roar?
Yes.
It was Heath
Long
Ledger's.
time ago.
Heath Ledger was in it.
Huh.
Wasn't it a sci-fi
yeah.
show?
No,
It wasn't
It
a
was
major
on
show?
Fox of all channels.
Really?
It was a summer show. It lasted for one season.
Oh.
It never got picked up again.
I've heard of it.
But there's a girl in there that you don't like.
There's only two of them now.
No.
So
How old? How
Kristen
new is this
Stewart or
show?
Sarah
Came out in the
Jessica?
early 90s. 91.
Roar?
That's it?
Roar. R-O-A-R.
I
Just
think.
Roar.
I think, unless I don't know.
Maggie Gyllenhaal?
No.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
I don't know. I'm just.
Who's the other one I don't like?
Not Farmiga. She reminds me of Farmiga.
Oh, I don't like her. I
Farmiga.
don't like Vera Farmiga.
Yeah. Is it Vera Farmiga? Maybe she is in that. Maybe she is the one.
Vera Farmiga.
Is it Vera Farmiga?
It sure is. Heath Ledger,
Yes.
Sebastian Roche.
Yes.
This is
Sebastian Roche. He plays Longinus. He plays.
Wait, what? I'm
All
sorry.
right.
What?
No, no,
Who's he
no.
play?
He plays the Roman. He plays the Roman. He can't die.
Oh.
He plays the Roman centurion that pierced Christ with the spear, and they're looking for the spear because that's the only thing that can kill him. Oh. And so he's kind of working with this like Celtic witch because the whole thing takes place in Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh,
where
Lisa
the
Zane is in it? Fucking
Oh, I
Oh,
love Lisa
and,
Zane.
and they're all young, so they're all really good looking. No, check out Roar. Check out Roar if you get a chance.
Keep your
It's-
pants on.
It's another thing that's got to do with the Spirit of
Carrie
Destiny. If you
Russell
can find it,
was in that episode?
I actually have.
Shit.
I think I have the series on DVD
Yeah.
buried somewhere.
See, like they should have used that.
Yeah.
You don't need
I
to
know.
fucking do time travel and
They should have just remade Roar.
you know?
Yeah, they should have.
All right.
I don't know. I have no desire to see it. So I didn't like the last one. I got a trilogy of Indiana Jones movies I enjoy. I'm
Right.
fine with
Right.
it.
Yeah,
My
same.
sister told me she really liked it, and I was like, really?
Do you trust
I
your
was
sister?
like, what? But
It didn't even
no,
feel like
but
it
also
wasn't
she
fun.
didn't. She had never seen any of the other movies. And
Oh,
I'm like,
well, see, by that
that's why.
and I was like, well, that's impossible because we grew up together, and I saw all of them many, many fucking times.
That's why
She
I
was like, no, I never saw them.
That's why I like Beverly Hills
Well,
Cop 3.
like the chase
on the
little
parade?
carts.
I happened to see that
not
one
not the
first.
parade. The one where they're driving those little
Oh,
buggies.
yes. Yeah.
Like I'm watching that scene and I'm like, all
It's
right.
going on way too long.
Well, and I'm like, I should be enjoying this because this is supposed to be like the big Indiana Jones chase.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm not.
No.
Like
I know. There was no fun.
Sala's in it, right? Is Sala
Yeah.
in it?
No,
Sala's in it, yeah.
Denholm
Sala's in it.
Elliott is dead. Is that
who?
Denholm?
Yes.
Denholm's
he died.
dead. No,
He's-
he's not
he's
coming back.
passed. Okay.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Well, and that's why they instead of
Lost
having
on
it
his own
be-
museum.
instead of it having me and Marcus as his old friend, it's Toby Jones, and so the girl Phoebe Waller-Bridges is his goddaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
Right.
Because when I saw the trailers and they would make those mentions, I assumed she was Marcus Brody's daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Which just makes so much fucking sense.
I know it would have.
That he's not with
Right.
us and his daughter is involved in his life.
Right.
Yeah, but no, they're shoehorning this other guy.
Right.
No, I don't
No,
like
nothing
that.
against
It would have
Toby
been
Jones.
cool
No,
if
I know,
it
I
was
like Toby
Sala
Jones,
and
but-
Marcus Brody's
Is
daughter.
he the one with the head?
Yeah.
The one with the forehead?
Yeah.
I could take it or
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Take it or leave it. His head bothers me.
Yeah. He
There's an alien in that
He
head.
looks like Mr. Peanut.
That's why I said MODOK first.
You said MODOK for a
Yeah,
minute.
but really it's Arnim
MODOK,
Zola,
okay.
which is not much better.
Yeah.
big
He's the
TV
one with
face.
the head.
Is that the one with the
knew
head?
one.
Is that the one with the head?
You know, the guy with the head.
That's a Star Trek The Next Generation reference. Fun
is?
fact. Yes, it is.
Brian, what do you got next?
The head.
You got shit?
I
You got a shit one?
Well, I got Skinamarink. We just talked about it. If we're going with the worst, I'm going with Skinamarink. Saw it in 2023.
This was the worst.
It was the absolute worst thing I had seen last year.
I haven't seen it. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. Well,
No, do. You might like it.
I'm
We
not
never
gonna
know,
watch
Tito.
it.
We never
I
know
can't even
with you.
describe what it's about. It's just like I said when I brought it up in the episode when we talked about it. It is an exercise in it's
Futility.
It's an exercise in stamina.
Yes.
Just to see if you can get
How
through this
much
thing.
can you take?
How much can you take?
Yeah.
It's just like looking at the corner of this wall for like you might be
I
used
do
to
it
it
every
according to what
fucking
Martin
Wednesday.
describes.
Yeah, but he's got
That's
Give
a
him a
toast.
slice
regular
of toast and he'll be
Wednesday at
fine.
the fucking
There's
Ramsey
no-
house.
Well, like for an hour and a half, it's
There's no
just like
toast in
the
Skinamarink.
walls and the door jams and the carpet and a Lego and it's.
How does it end?
I have no idea.
It doesn't.
Okay.
There's no story to
stops?
it.
It just stops.
Yeah.
It just stops.
Credits
and,
roll?
and no, and you've got your fans of the really artsy film group that finds something in it, and I get that. I love Eraserhead. Everybody I've shown that to thinks it's a piece of shit, but there's a cult following for Eraserhead, and I'm sure there's a cult following for Skinamarink, and I'm not going to shit on them because they see something in that. I just didn't get it.
I didn't like it.
It almost looked to me like the person doing it or the people doing it were trying to be like David Lynch. And trying to do what David Lynch does in the terms of slow burn and stamina test.
Felt pretentious.
Yeah, it is. I think I thought it was too.
That's one of those movies where somebody tells you you like it and you instantly think you're lying to me.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
yeah.
Like,
you
you're
look
just
at that.
fucking
How?
with me.
What's
You don't
going on? Are
even-
you fucking
yeah.
with me?
Yeah,
Right.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
No way.
I know. Can you imagine if if Mark came in after that movie came out and was like, "Oh, you guys got to see this movie."
No, I wouldn't even
Groundbreaking.
do that to you.
Groundbreaking.
Even I wouldn't do that to you.
Change
That's
the
how
game.
bad it was.
Change the game.
I have seen plenty of bad movies when I'm like, someday I'm going to torture the guys with this. But that one was not one of them.
No. No.
That one, and had I had seen Werewolf Santa by myself, the same thing would have applied. If I had watched that ahead of time, I would have been like, nope, not going to show this to them.
Werewolf Santa
And
made
yet
my skin
Birdemic.
crawl.
And yet Birdemic slipped through the cracks, and we got to watch that.
Birdemic is hilarious because it's so bad.
Yeah.
That's
So
why.
No, I agree. That was fun.
You can have a lot
It
of
had a
fun
lot-
with
yeah,
that.
like-
You can have a
Yeah.
lot of fun with The Room.
Hanging
You can
out.
have a lot of fun with
Hanging
Sharkula.
Hanging out with my
You
family.
can't have fun with this. You can't have fun with Skinamarink. Uncle Phil, he is scoring. Uncle Phil is scoring. He's with his family. See the riff tracks, Birdemic, if you haven't. It's hilarious.
Tito.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Choke them if they can't take a fuck.
I brought this up a few episodes ago too, but I like it so much I'm going to bring it up again. And I think the sequel came out last month, but not in the United States. Three Musketeers, D'Artagnan.
Oh, yeah. You talked about that, and I saw it on streaming somewhere. I gotta watch
It's out. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know if the second one is Milady. It's called.
it. It is, yeah. That's what I saw.
Oh, okay,
I think
so
it's like
wonder-
I think it's like to rent
Yeah.
right now, and that's what made me think of what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I want to see.
Oh,
the two
okay.
of them.
So then, I want to. I definitely want to watch that one.
Ava
But it's the
Green's in
three-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
plays Milady
girl.
De Winter. She's very
three,
good.
3 out of the 4. Friend to 3 out
She's
of the
very
4.
4
good.
out of 5
The
dentists
only
approved.
other, the only other actor in the movie I know is Vincent Cassell,
Yeah.
Nice.
who was married to that lucky motherfucker, Monica Bellucci, for a very long time.
Oh, remember her?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but I mean,
there-
longer than me. So he wins that one.
So kudos.
unfortunately. Kudos to you, Vincent Cassell. But just a really fun movie. Interesting. It's not slow at all. It's like, I don't know, maybe Europeans still do this and we don't. It's just like a good movie
Yeah.
with a good story and good dialogue and good acting. And
Maybe you will like Skin of
there's some fun. No, but there's like fun action.
Yeah.
Some of the action scenes are fucking so
Yeah.
dynamic. There's like a one shot. It might be like 3 to 4 minutes long, where the camera's just moving throughout the entire scene as
It's
they're
like
fighting.
a long track.
Yeah,
long
as they're
tracking scene.
fighting
I love that. Yeah.
Cardinal Richelieu's guard in like
nice.
the woods, and it's like chaotic and phenomenal. And there's not a ton of that. There's a lot of story, but the story is really, really good. And just I really want to see the sequel. It's a fun movie. I reached a point in my life. I think I'm just too fucking old. I don't know. I don't like reading subtitles. So if a movie comes out that I'm really into, I'll fucking bite the bullet and do it. And it's still just the last movie I saw like that I really liked was
So was this in subtitles? Or
it is. It's
was
in
it
French.
dubbed?
The movie's in French.
They didn't have an English dub?
If they do, I would rather read subtitles than watch a dub movie.
Really?
Really?
I don't like that. Yeah,
Same.
I don't like that.
Especially if it's an action film. Like we talked about when we did The Raid last year, The Raid Redemption, or something like La Femme Nikita,
Is there a
Hard
dubbed
Boiled.
version of Raid?
I don't
Yeah,
know if there's
I
a
think
dub
there is.
version.
I think so.
Yeah,
But
I
we
think
didn't
there
watch
is.
it.
I
Is there?
I can't. I
We
couldn't
have
do
not
that.
watched it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do that. I'd rather read it off the screen
Same.
because I feel like it's just, I don't know. It just comes the
more
performance
authentic.
comes more
Yeah.
authentic. But like Parasite, which was I don't know how many years ago that came out.
I
Not
love
that
that
many.
movie.
But that
It's
was
only
the-
been 2 or 3.
That was like when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking. Everybody keeps telling me this movie's awesome. I gotta
Yeah,
watch
that's one I still have to watch.
it. It's very good.
It's excellent. Yeah.
but-
Freeman recommended that
yeah.
one to
So
me. He's
same.
like, you have
He
to
told
see
me to
that.
see it. Yeah.
And he was right.
But very good. But that's been a struggle for me over the years where I'm just like, I can't do it. I don't have that in me anymore. But this movie is very, very good. You know, they just don't make movies like, I don't know. I was listening to a podcast today about Searching for Bobby Fischer. I fucking love that movie. They don't make movies like that.
No.
Yeah.
They don't make like a story. They don't make story-driven movies. And we talk about like theaters and what people are going to the movies for. It's got to be some fucking grandiose, huge,
Yeah.
blockbuster type shit, which I
Right.
love seeing in the movies. But I saw
But
a lot of movies
Even
in
the
movies
but even the blockbusters aren't driving up the business.
aren't
and,
driving up the business.
People aren't as
Yeah.
excited about them as they once were.
Right.
You know,
I, feel
I
like-
never thought I would live to see the day where I would see so much hate for Star Wars. I just didn't think I would see
Seriously.
Oh, I
I-
feel like it's yeah.
I never thought I would. And
Yeah.
you know, like before I saw Phantom Menace, when Phantom Menace was talked about, back when it was just a trilogy,
Right.
all the talk about new Star Wars stuff. Yeah, you didn't have the internet, but you still talked to many people,
Yeah.
and nobody ever had this amount of hatred for Star Wars that people have now. I never thought I would see that. I never thought I would see people, jaded audiences, so
it's-
jaded with a Star Wars
It's a
movie.
toxic fandom.
And or a superhero film, even, you know.
Oh, it's true. Even like the Marvel stuff.
And
Like,
honestly,
Marvel is
I'm guilty of that
DC
myself.
Yeah.
now. Marvel turned into DC.
Yeah.
Marvel turned into DC.
I'm
and
waiting for that movie that
DC
turns it
went-
back around. I haven't seen the Marvels,
I mean, I
but I feel like I'm
the
waiting on that
lesser,
movie.
Like, even the bad, so the quote unquote bad ones. I didn't mind Quantum Mania. I liked it.
I didn't
It was
like
worth
that.
a watch.
Same here.
Yeah,
I
it was
Yeah.
wasn't
fine.
a fan of
It was
that one.
fine.
I think
I thought Love and Thunder was better than people made it out to be.
I thought it was fine.
Agreed.
I thought it was
I didn't
fine
love it. I
too.
thought
A
it
lot
was
of people
fine.
hated that one.
I
I'll
think
never see it again, but I
people are
thought it was fine.
comparing
Same.
everything that Marvel is putting out now
Yeah.
to Endgame.
Yes.
And there's
Yes.
no way you're going to top
Right.
Endgame. So nothing is going to be, and everything that came before that was building the end game.
Well, and that's the thing.
So
I'll,
it's like,
I'll agree
to
an extent.
I'll
with-
rewatch that.
Like a lot of people's big complaint with Marvel right now is just that this whole new phase, this second part of what they're doing, is taking forever.
It is,
and there's not any links. Like you're getting all these new characters, which is great.
Yeah,
but like link them up, like, and you start to see that with like, you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, brings in a lot of characters now that are going to be connected. And, and I think Thunderbolts is going to really finally.
But
be
when?
Like,
you know, that's the thing.
Right.
It's taking way too long to get these characters to the big screen.
I think the problem is you lost Chadwick Boseman, you lost fucking Robert Downey Jr.,
and Chris Evans.
You lost Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Dude, you throw Robert Downey Jr. back in the mix tomorrow, all of a sudden I feel like those movies are boom, they're fucking hits, and everybody wants to see them.
Definitely more people will go.
Everybody's going to want to see them.
If the Avengers came
if
back,
you bring those characters back,
sure.
Right.
It changes everything. There's nobody. I love Paul Rudd. He doesn't carry that fucking franchise for me, or those other characters. Anthony Mackie, he's a good actor. He's fine. Sebastian Stan, he's fine. They're good. They're good sidekicks.
Yeah.
You know.
What about the Spider-Man movies? Or are they?
So I like them, but he's not.
Entity?
That's why Spider-Man's so fucking awesome. Is because he should always be his own thing.
Gotcha.
But Spider-Man, even in the comic books, is never big enough to be the biggest. Right? He the character and the way he's set up, he doesn't fit.
No,
that
true.
like Iron Man,
ironically,
Captain America
by
type
that
role.
he is the biggest and
or
most
Hulk.
popular.
Give me some more. I don't know. I don't want to see Mark. I like Mark Ruffalo. I don't want to see his fucking face anymore.
No,
I just want to see a Hulk movie where he's like just destroying everything inside.
Dude, are you
I'd be
reading
cool with
Are
that.
you reading the Incredible
I bought
Hulk?
a bunch, but I haven't.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hulk comics are spectacular. The stories are great. The art's incredible. And if they turn that into something, I would be there in a heartbeat. I wouldn't wait for streaming because it's just
Chris
awesome.
Hemsworth is an awesome Thor. Again, I don't think he's that like, and he has leading man material, but to lead the MCU, I don't think he has that.
I agree with both
the character
of
of
Dr. Samuel Johnson's right about Olsen Johnson's being right.
Thor doesn't.
You
have
can't
that.
top Endgame, and you blew your load with the big characters, and somebody like me who doesn't know shit or shit know about half of what's out there, I'm just not interested. I'm not going to go because I don't think they look good. If somebody's like, hey, come over and watch Marvels or whatever, I'll be like, all right, you want to put that on? Cool. But I'm not going to go out of my way to see it because I just don't know enough about it to have that kind of care for it. And I think that's with a lot of people. You know, they just don't have the interest in it that they would like Captain America or
because they're
Iron
focusing
Man.
on all the next tier.
Right.
Characters.
Yeah.
It's not the big,
Dude, I feel like they're scraping the fucking bottom of the
It's,
barrel.
it's
man.
like it's like the B Squad at a strip show. It's
true.
Which is crazy to me because
it's
I
like
always
Echo.
felt like
I don't care.
I'm sorry.
Echo comes out next
TV,
week.
man, dude, there might be titties in that show.
You know what?
On Disney?
On Disney Plus.
I got no
Oh,
desire
I
to
see.
see that show. Like
I don't
no
know.
offense
Not
to,
even for Wilson Fisk?
no. Well, that's true. That's true.
Because it looks like he's
But
going to
like,
be a big part of
I mean,
it.
no offense to her,
So is Daredevil. I
no,
think.
the actress,
Yeah.
but like that character was lame. I
I
was
never
like,
heard of Echo to the show.
Right.
and
Yeah.
I know.
right.
Cared.
She was
so
fine, but it wasn't enough to
No.
be like, oh, I
Right.
need a whole series of
Like
that.
I
I'd
want,
rather
I
see
want Wilson Fisk, but I want to see him face
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
The thing that's nice is
Maybe Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
it's
But
only
like-
5 episodes.
That's
So
that's
it's going to be nice and short, hopefully nice and tight, and it'll lead
Yeah,
into
TV
something.
Well,
no, and I get that,
TVMA,
and that's
you have to,
that's awesome for the Marvel fans,
type
like the
in a
true
code
Marvel
or
fans.
something
That's
to watch
great.
it.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Make them happy.
Violence. Yeah, there's
It's
no
not
titties
going to be
in that
sex.
show.
No.
No. I
No.
forgot.
Disney sex, no, it's
No,
not gonna happen.
that already happened in
They don't do
Lion
they don't-
King, right?
No, there's no sex.
When
the
he jumps
stork
off the thing and he
brings
pounces and the word
guy who
the
does
smoke spells out sex.
Winnie
on
the
screen.
Pooh, the guy who
Pause
does
it.
Winnie the Pooh, Sterling, what's his face, Holloway is the stork, brings all the
Christopher
babies.
Robbins?
Yeah, Sterling Holloway's the stork, and Dumbo, and then Lambert.
all right.
the sheep. He brings
I'm
all
like,
the
Winnie the
babies. All the babies. There's no
I
sex.
was thinking Jim Cummings. What?
Jim Cummings brings all the babies.
Christopher Robbins.
Oh, you like it like
Christopher Robin.
Take it, you dirty bitch.
Are we? You
Got
know,
something else?
he's public domain now.
No.
He is. I know. You're going to
Not
see that
Mickey.
soon.
You
Not
can do
Mickey.
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
I know. I was
Black and
getting
white,
there.
no gloves.
There's a horror movie out there.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a couple of them
Steamboat
coming.
You know, Steamboat Willie takes on a whole other meaning in Britain. Just saying.
And who the hell would see a horror Mickey Mouse movie?
I don't know.
Mark
Yeah,
McCready
we had Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey was great.
I like Blood and
I
Honey.
don't give a shit what anybody says. That was great. Was that 2023?
No, that was
no,
this
that
year.
wasn't.
That was this year.
That was this year.
Put it on your
That's
list.
not on my list. That's going to be on my list actually. That was a surprise
Mm-hmm.
for me. But if I have to go top movie of all time for 2023, I'm going with Sisu.
That's what I have.
Best fucking movie of
Yep.
2023 in
That's,
my
that's one that
opinion.
Tito and I were talking about. It
That
came
was
out in
20.
22, but we saw it in
all
23.
right. Okay, I was gonna say.
Wait a second. I thought it was.
No, I looked. It's 2022, but we
Was
didn't
it something
see.
that got released in America in 2023?
Probably.
It could have been. You might be right.
Yeah, because I double checked just to be sure.
Yeah.
That was on a bunch of
Oh
lists.
no, you're right. I'm sorry.
When I Googled
Okay.
2023 best films, Sisu was on it.
Yeah.
That's what I saw
Could
it
be.
on.
Yeah.
I did the same
Maybe it was
thing.
like
Yeah.
because it got here later.
Yeah.
than-
Well, I don't know. I'm still counting it. If
I just remember it was like the very beginning of the year, and you're like, it's only the end of January, beginning of February, and this is the best movie I've seen this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you're right.
I had not wanted to see it, probably not since Guardians 3, like, or Cocaine Bear. Like anything that I wanted to
Yeah.
go and see right away, that, you know, that made this list, and
Yep.
those movies did. And Sisu,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was something different, and it was fucking fantastic from start to finish. We've
Yep.
talked about it many times. Thank you for recommending that
Oh,
movie.
you're welcome, man. I'm
Because
glad you liked it as much as I did.
It is awesome. It is just an awesome movie
Definitely.
that has everything right about it. They do
Right.
everything right in that film. You know,
And
You
done by
got-
the same guy that did Rare Exports.
Yes,
Oh, I still haven't seen that. I remember you guys
I just
saying
rewatched
that.
it the other
excellent
day.
movie.
You know, great. That movie was just gripping.
Yeah,
It was just
so I'm going with that.
had the kung fu grip.
Yeah, fucking killing Nazis, baby.
Killing
That's
Nazis.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what we love.
Kill some
That's
fucking
right.
Nazis.
And
Right up
like,
Tito's alley.
Exploding
I haven't
Nazis.
seen, yeah,
man.
blow these
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Blowing
up.
that shit
Put
up.
Nazis in a minefield. Have them walk.
But even the slow stuff was like, I hate to call it slow because it wasn't. It was still like
It was breathing room.
captivating.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
was
like-
breathing room. You took
Yeah,
a
it was
breath.
good. It was very good.
You had some of the strongest, like strong ass women I've seen in movies in the longest time. The scene when they're all marching in the end toward the bad guy,
was very Tarantino-esque, wasn't
which is
it?
what they were trying to
Oh,
do.
for sure.
In,
Right, with all the
in-
little subtitles.
Yep.
remember when they
And,
tried to do
chapters.
that in Endgame and
Yeah.
the theater
Oh,
groaned?
Yeah.
Right.
When
Yeah,
they did
I
it
didn't
in
like that.
Sisu,
Yep.
you
'Cause this was organic.
fucking cheered. It was beautiful the way they did that. You had a tough guy. You had a good old fashioned tough guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't toxic. He wasn't too toxic masculinity or whatever. He was just a good old fashioned tough guy, an old John Wick cowboy type. And I miss those. I feel
Guy
like
who's
you don't
seen
see them
some
anymore.
shit, been through
Exactly.
Yeah.
It felt good. It was a real America movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, America
From Finland.
from Finland. It's a real Finland.
It's the best American movie by way of Finland I've seen this year.
Fin America. No. Amerifin. It was an Amerifin movie. Of course it had to be Finland. You just don't get that shit around here anymore. You're
That's
right.
what
I'm with
saying.
you.
Yeah.
I'm with
Maybe
you,
the,
Tito.
The
Yeah.
Europeans are the only ones fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I hate to admit that too because we're better than everyone.
That's right. America.
I'm not better than anybody.
That's not true.
No, I'm not
We're
better
better
than
than them.
anyone. Who?
The Europeans.
Are we?
Yeah, if you're out there, you know who I'm talking to.
There's only one thing I'm better is cougars. I can kick cougars' ass in a fight. And I've said that more than a number of
A
times.
European one for sure. I don't
Oh,
know
a
about
European
an American
cougar.
cougar. No chance.
An American
It's like a Monty
cougar.
Python skit. What do you mean, an African swallow or a European swallow?
A tiger in Africa. I'll take on any cougar.
Fantastic movie though.
Careful.
Great
Careful
act-
saying
yeah.
that.
Action was really good too.
Great characters, great cast.
Yeah.
Great.
Everybody was phenomenal in that. Phenomenal.
There's a good build up. It's not. I didn't think. I don't know. We use that term slow burn. And I thought it was, all the build up to everything was just like really fucking.
And
fun.
I
And the
saw a lot
cinematography
of,
was
I
really
can't
good.
wait
well, that
to
was
see
the
what's gonna
thing. I
happen.
saw
Yeah.
a lot of people calling this a grindhouse film, and I'm like, no, this was beautifully made. It had exploitation, and the violence was a bit exploitive, but
Yeah.
the cinematography,
Cinematography, yeah,
is
it was-
phenomenal, and the music is fantastic. It's like if Werner Herzog did an action film, you know, but then hired somebody else to do the action.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Smart move, Vernon.
Tarantino and
Yeah.
Werner Herzog combined. There
Right.
you go.
And
Klaus
Finland.
Kinski.
I shall handle the beautiful shots, Quentin. You blow the Nazis up. I will not take personal offense.
I'll
Is this gonna
what he
be on
would
our
say.
next
I'll
special?
direct this sequence as long as we can blow up a couple of chickens. I hate chickens.
I have to kill one rabbit before every poker game. Have anybody ever seen that movie, The
haven't seen
Grand?
that.
Told me
No.
about that.
Have I told you
yes,
about
I
this?
have. Yes.
It's like an all-star cast. It's got everybody's in it.
Right.
Werner Herzog plays the German, and he
Right.
brings this in the hotel where they're meeting for the championship. He brings a cart full of bunnies. It's like, what's with the rabbits? It's a superstition. I have to kill one rabbit before every match. He's got this pile of dead rabbits with him. Very underrated film. All right, who's next? Derek.
I'm going to switch it up a little bit and go with comics.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I read a comic series by Tom King, who is one of my favorites anyways. I actually got to meet him at the Comic-Con, which was awesome. But he did a short run called Danger Street this year. And it's based on, there's all these different characters that are from, different characters that exist already.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. This,
Keep going. I'll wait.
He can edit.
I can edit it out.
Yeah.
Do your spritz.
That's brisk, baby. Go ahead.
Now I'm going to leave it in.
What was I?
Danger Street.
Danger Street. That's right.
Danger Zone.
Yeah. So like, there's Danger Street is this street where this group of kids. There's kind of two different groups of kids that they used. They're all and the Creepers shows up. They're like the Creepers in it. A lot of like just kind of random characters from DC, and it's really cool the way that they did it. The way that he wrote it, the artwork's really cool, and it was just a cool story. I don't know if he's planning on doing a second volume or whatever, but yeah, I really dug it, and it was like one of the first like kind of non-mainstream comics that I read, but this was kind of what kicked it off for me this year as far as non-Batman related.
Yeah.
Really.
Are you reading the Batman, Dawn of DC Batman
I
stuff
haven't
right
really
now?
started any of the Dawn of DC. I've read some of the Nightwing because he's one of my favorite characters, and I dig that stuff, but I haven't really gotten into any of the
It's
Dawn
good.
of DC
They got some good
yet.
stuff going on in there right now. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this Danger Street kind of showed me that there's other stuff out there,
Cool.
and I can.
I'll have to check. I do like the Creeper. I'll
That
check
sounds
that
cool.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian.
Hi.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hi, doggy.
I'm going to stick with streaming. I'm going with the new Doctor Who on Disney Plus.
Doctor
I still haven't seen this.
Ncuti Gatwa is the
He
new
was
Doctor.
a great Doctor.
He was a great Doctor.
I haven't seen any of the specials yet.
There were 4 specials where David Tennant came back as the Doctor, reincarnated after
Jodie from Attack the Block.
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker.
When Jodie Whittaker
Wait, so
regenerated.
he regenerated back to David Tennant.
When Jodie Whittaker regenerated, she became David Tennant. And they didn't know why at first. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, he became David Tennant at the end of the episode, and he's like, what? Like his famous catchphrase.
Right.
And then he met up with Donna, who was one of his companions. And it was great seeing those two back together again because I love.
Is she the only? Are they the only two characters that appear from like his kind of?
No, because the one that played Donna's mom is back, and
Okay.
her grandfather, who
Dude, he's still alive.
I thought he had just died in real life. He had just died in real life, and I thought that they were going to like come up with some excuse,
Yeah.
and they did say
So
like
he's in the show.
he
Damn,
shows
I
up.
gotta watch
He was well enough to film like one scene, and then they talked about him like, oh, he's off in the garden shooting the ducks again or whatever, But they had a series of adventures before he regenerated into Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, and this kid is great. I talked about the show Sex Education. That's on Netflix, I believe.
Oh, is that with the actress that looks like Margot Robbie?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
She's phenomenal in that show.
She's from Community, right?
No, that's the other
No,
one that
that's
looks
the
like
other
Margot
one.
Robbie.
There's a lot of
There's
them.
about 6 of them that look like Margot Robbie. No, Gillian Anderson's in it. Asa Butterfield is in Sex Education. Ncuti Gatwa. So Gillian Anderson plays a sex therapist. Asa Butterfield is her son, who was in high school with Ncuti Gatwa as his best friend. And because he's learned all this stuff through osmosis from his mom, he becomes kind of like a sex educator to his fellow students. And that's what the whole show is about. But
So this new Doctor is the same age as Asa Butterfield?
he's a young guy.
Oh, wow.
He's a very young guy. As a matter of fact, I
Gotta
think
be the youngest Doctor.
they said that I saw a thing on YouTube where he's talking about he's got a mustache, and he said it's a fake mustache they gave me because I've been playing a teenager for the past 5 years to make him look a little older. So Yeah, but he's great. I love his energy, and I can't wait to see more of it. He had one standalone episode on Christmas Day that came out, which introduced his new companion. I know it was Ruby something. Ruby Sunday. Ruby Sunday. I think the name of the episode was Church Street or something.
Related to Ruby Tuesday?
Ruby Tuesday. But they were born on different days. But it's great. It's great.
Sense.
And I love the fact that it's on Disney Plus because now I'm able to see it in one spot again. I don't have cable. I cut the cord a while ago, so I don't have BBC America anymore. Millie Gibson plays her. But I think the character's name is Ruby Sunday.
Ruby Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Are they streaming the old episodes somewhere now?
The ones
I was watching
that started
the
with
2005 one.
Yes.
Something recently.
They're on HBO.
Before that.
HBO.
Max has the one from Eccleston on.
No, but I mean like older.
You can get them on
'Cause
Tubi.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
That's
you
where
can
I
see them on
must have seen
Tubi or like Pluto.
Okay.
All of them have like a Doctor Who channel. You can't do it on demand. Like they'll show episodes in sequence, like 24/7 kind of thing. But yeah, the ones from Eccleston on, like the newer Who that started in 2005, that you can see on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And everything that they're producing now going forward is going to be on Disney Plus.
Right.
So, okay. Yeah, I started
in America.
watching.
Disney's like, something geeks like. Oh, we gotta buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the specials. That's the thing. Like even the stuff I really, really want to see. I'm like,
You would like them, Tito. I forgot you were. I forgot you were a Doctor Who fan.
Dude,
as well.
I loved that bit of Doctor Who with David Tennant with fucking Catherine Tate and the grandfather.
Yep.
That like story arc that they had where like she's got to forget him. I thought that was,
and that's what the whole thing is at the beginning of this.
I love that
because he had to wipe her mind because she took on some of the Time Lord's energy at the end of the run that she had about 10, 15 years ago when they were together. And in order to save her life, like it was destroying her because her human brain, quote unquote, couldn't handle the Time Lord's, memories.
She couldn't remember who he was.
So he wiped her memory, and if she remembers who Doctor Who is, or the Doctor, I call him, he's not really Doctor Who, but if she remembers who the Doctor is, it'll spark it and it'll kill her. And so he's got to kind of like tiptoe around it. But they have a clever way of working around it. So yes.
And there's some good episodes too with where the grandfather becomes his companion
Wilfred
for a little bit, which is really fucking good.
Yeah, and
I mean, I didn't watch anything before Christopher Eccleston, but I fucking love David Tennant and everything he's in.
Yeah.
I loved that fucking Doctor.
Yeah,
he's
a lot of people's favorite Doctor. The guy that played Wilfred, the old man. His real name is Bernard Cribbins, and he was actually in one of the Peter Cushing Doctor Who movies from way back in the day.
Oh, shit.
So yes, it goes full circle. It's like poetry and rhymes.
Oh, look at that! Just put some
Peter Cribbins. That name sounds familiar.
Bernard Cribbins.
I mean Bernard's.
Yeah,
it should. You made it up in your head.
Peter Cribbins.
Oh, Peter Cribbins. He said Peter Cushing and Bernard Cribbins.
Bernard Cribbins. Bernard Cribbins.
I think I went to high school with Peter Cribbins. Yeah. He drove a 74 Mazda.
He's friends with Bernard Cushing.
We called him Bernie.
Bernie Cush.
Odd
Bernie
chap.
Cush for
I like
sure.
it.
Odd chap. He
Bernie Cush.
always had a glove box full of screwdrivers.
Tito, what you got?
Shit. I'm gonna go. I want to switch it up. I'll go a music one. My least favorite album of the year. I love rap music, and this guy hasn't released any music in fucking years, and his name is Andre 3000, and he's one of the members.
Oh yeah, Outkast.
And he released an album this year, and it's 7 tracks, but it's somehow an hour and a half long, and it's him playing a fucking flute for an hour and a half.
Wow.
It's a real fucking bummer. I tell you, it's a real bummer. Everybody was really excited. He even told everyone, listen, I am not rapping on this album at all. But I had to hear it because I was like, Andre 3000, where you been? And it's literally him playing a flute for an hour and a half. It's the craziest fucking thing ever. Wow. I listened to it once, and it really bummed me out.
Probably not the intent.
Did it make you angry?
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I listened to it at work.
You kept listening and be like, all right, when's this over?
I forgot that it, like 30 minutes into it, I forgot it was playing, and then I was like, oh, I'm still listening to the flute. And it's not over yet. This is so weird.
I hope this isn't in my head.
How is this only?
Did I repeat the first track?
I'm very like, I got to a point, you know me, I like movies that are an hour and a half. I like albums that are 10 tracks, fucking 45 minutes the longest.
Yeah.
You know, I like short shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's only 7 tracks. I can do this. And it was like an hour and a half. And I was like, how do you squeeze flute for an hour and a half? How do you get fucking
You
7
got your
tracks
answer.
worth of an hour
If there's
and a
anybody
half?
that can do it, it's Andre 3000.
I don't even know if he's good at doing it, which is his greatest trick, is convincing the world that the devil doesn't exist.
Or that Andre can play the flute.
Or that he could. I don't know what a good flute is like for an hour and a half. He
And really, how do you know it's him?
We
He
don't.
could have just hired someone. Yeah.
Dude, he fucking bamboozled us. So, you know, I want to shout out a big.
Funny because he
big
was in a
fuck
movie
you.
called Bamboozled.
Okay, thank you.
A big
I
fuck
didn't know.
you.
Oh,
no, he
to
wasn't.
Most definitely. I mean, there's a lot of rappers in
No.
Bamboozled. He's in
What's the one I'm thinking of?
What was
Oh,
the
Idlewild.
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 Yeah. That was like their film
less-
musical
Right.
slash. Yeah, they released the album.
Any
for
less
it.
confusing.
No?
I'll take your word for it.
terrible.
On both. I'll take your
Terrible. I like what's happening.
There you go. Here we go.
I like
mind
what
of
just
its own.
Brian,
happened.
your mic is standing erect.
It is.
That was,
It's very excited
this
about
flute talk.
Tito's.
Eric,
Story.
Eric, Brian likes fucking flute music.
I
That's
like the Tin Man.
Well, I don't.
No, you don't.
So, big fuck you to Andre 3000.
Fuck you, Andre 3000.
and the flute you wrote in.
And the flute you fucking floated in.
I feel like
on.
I saw him do there was a video of him like ranting about something like a total asshole
No, probably.
recently.
Oh, I think it was probably all the pushback he got about not fucking releasing a real
Right, like, 'cause he
rap
was-
album, and he was like,
'cause didn't he, like-
I'm old and I don't know how to. Nobody wants to hear me talk about my life, and it's like, no, nobody wants to hear you talk about your fucking life.
No.
But
Or
you
your-
can sing
we
about
kind of
something
do.
else.
Yeah.
We kind of do.
Rap about your old man life. Go ahead.
You can't make a statement like that when there are like people who still like Bruce Springsteen still makes fucking good music,
Right.
And he's a fucking
Yeah.
100 years
Well,
old.
he's the boss.
So you can't say like no one wants to hear what you have to say if people want to hear what people have to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
And
you
they
just
still went out and got your fucking flute album. So eat shit.
That's
shit.
not a flute at all, but there you go.
Andre, you've been practicing real hard, so said to bring you a new flute.
It was-
Time to make my comeback. Everybody out there ready or what? Got a magic flute.
I can't hear you.
You are bearing witness to Andre Mach 2. On the flute, Derek Smalls. He wrote this.
Andre 3000 walking up and down the boardwalk. Wind's
They
blowing
put
real
the-
cold.
They put the fucking puppet show before me. What the hell? I don't know why he talks like that. It's kind of racist. I'm sorry. The fucking puppets.
Well, at least you got a bigger dressing room. What? Bigger
No,
than
we
the
could-
puppets?
Just do the Spinal Tap movie with him. Walking around with a flute, getting lost in the stage. Don't know where I'm going. My
I'm
last
glad
thing.
I liked what happened. I'm glad I said what I said about
I hope he
it.
goes on tour.
I'm glad I brought up that album.
I am too. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
See now? See?
You never know.
You never know what's going
Just never
to
fucking
spark
know.
a joke here. My last thing is a worse thing, or a letdown thing. And you guys will probably hit me for this, but it was the Willow series.
Oh, see now. That's
I almost put that on my
Yeah.
list.
I was overall let down
For
the
good or for bad?
last couple of, for bad.
For bad.
No,
Yeah.
for
for you.
I'm
yeah,
let
yeah.
down that they took it off.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they're
a big
fucking
part
assholes,
of it. That's a
but-
big part of it, Derek. But it took too long to get to the last 2 episodes that I enjoyed. I thought it was a very boring show, and I expected something a little more exciting. And there was no way. I did not.
When did
get
they
it.
go back to Bad Mortis Castle? Is that like
don't
the
remember.
second to last episode, third to last? It was one of the
No, 'cause
later
that wasn't
episodes
hers. Yeah, it was-
where I was like, okay, this is what I want to see.
Right.
And then the rest of the show I liked. But yeah, it was a bit of...
I tried to like it, gentlemen.
I had to force
tried.
myself. I had to force myself to like most
And
of
when
it.
we were all talking about it on the episode together, it did kind of jazz it up. But back in my lonesome self, when I rethought the whole thing and reevaluated, I like, no, just didn't do it.
Yeah.
There was no way. They told me there'd be Willow in it, but when I discovered there was no Willow in Willow, it was sad.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't enough Willow. There was a little bit. Even Brian had brought that up.
Well, what I don't understand is like, you sell this fucking streaming service with shit on it.
Uh-huh.
People watched it.
Well, that I don't
So
get.
fucking
a lot
keep
of people,
making it.
A lot of people liked it.
I don't
Right.
understand these streaming services
lot of
canceled.
people
You're already
liked it.
fucking charging me for the service.
Well,
Yeah,
not even
just
canceled.
fucking
Like
keep
they
making
took
this
it off.
shit.
You can't even go back and watch it. It's one thing to not make a
Oh,
second
you can't
season.
even
No.
watch
Yeah,
what
no,
it
they
was
like
there.
That is
There
weird.
is a shit ton of stuff that they did just for the app that they completely removed.
Yeah.
You can't go back. Like if
Took a magic
someone,
eraser to it.
if someone heard
wonder if
heard
somebody
Mark
could
talk
still
about it,
buy
and be
it.
like, oh, I want to check that out. Well, sorry,
Yeah,
I,
you
no.
should,
can't.
I should bring that up.
Yeah.
It's you can't watch it
And you
now.
can't buy it on
Yeah.
DVD
Mm-hmm.
or Blu-ray. You
Do
can't
you-
get it
and,
anywhere.
and nobody knows why.
No, I don't know if
The,
it
the
was
rumor was that they were looking at. I think they were talking about they could make money off of it by selling it to like a Tubi or something, where you could do like with the ads.
right.
You know, put it on one of
I
those
see.
streaming services.
Because it wasn't like it was an unpopular show.
No,
I mean,
it was-
potentially another company could buy the rights and then
True.
continue on the series.
Well, but I mean, it's
if they wanted
Lucasfilm.
to.
I gotta
So
redo
fuck
the whole
that guy.
thing.
No, I
Fuck
know.
Lucas.
Fuck no. But Disney owns Lucasfilm,
Yeah,
so they would have to be involved
The
somehow.
mouse owns my ass.
that bitch.
Mickey, Sir Mickey. Can I
That's
keep
poetry
going?
for sure.
Do what I say, George.
Sorry, Mickey. Oh gosh. Oh, don't put it in there.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
Oh, your glove's too big. Oh,
Well, we're having fun.
I don't even know what I
We're
could
having
do.
fun.
I'm just be me.
Just be Tina. Like you are in everything. That's you, baby.
George, stop it.
You can be Kathleen Kennedy, but
George,
as Tina.
George, don't touch me there.
Wait a minute. Kate Capshaw, did she date Spielberg or Lucas?
She married
Kathleen,
Spielberg.
Kathleen
Married
Kennedy.
Spielberg.
Kathleen
Kathleen
Kennedy is
Kennedy?
what I said.
No, but then I was just
Oh,
thinking
you were
like,
just thinking of
who
Kate
was
Capshaw.
married?
Yeah, Kate
Is his
Capshaw
wife
married
somebody
him.
special?
Who?
George Lucas's?
No,
No.
and they divorced.
No.
Marsha.
Smart lady.
Marsha.
I don't know if anybody cares about this. Never been a fan of his beard.
No.
George Lucas?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Eh.
But if
Yeah,
you see him
have you
without,
seen it without
it,
it?
looks even weird.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Looks much
It'd
weirder.
be like if I,
He
be like
doesn't
if I
want-
shaved mine.
He's got to go a little bit
Do you
lower.
remember-
Take it
Do
lower.
you remember the door knockers in the labyrinth? The
Yeah.
one with the door whose face is sunk in. The one
Yeah.
who can't hear. He can't hear.
What? Can't hear you.
I feel
No
like
good.
Lucas has that face. Like his face is imploding into his neck, and he needs the beard to hide that.
Interesting.
The beard holds up the neck.
Yeah.
It's like,
Otherwise, he's just gonna round out one day. It's just gonna be
I hope he gets hit by a
Short
cold
round?
turkey
feathers.
with feathers.
He puffs up to increase his size to frighten off his enemy.
It's my midichlorians, which were totally there from day one. Yep.
nothing like
you.
puffed up flannel. Like
That's it.
to frighten
Oh,
you
it
away.
comes- when it first comes out of the dryer and it's all warm. Oh. My puffed up flannel.
That's when he's weakest.
That's what he said. Yeah. When he doesn't have his shirt. Fucker. Sorry,
Thank you.
Willow.
Thank you for. Yeah. Sorry, Willow. Sorry.
All right, my last one will be
Not sorry.
a little one that I was surprised at how good it was, and that's Gran Turismo.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
like that
seen
one.
it.
I
Is it
really
good?
liked it.
Very good.
Yeah, I really
Yep.
really liked
It's
it.
good.
And that one's on Peacock now too,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. I really liked the kid that was the main kid in it. He's
Yeah,
in,
me
He's
too.
in that movie Saltburn.
Oh, is he?
I think so. Yeah,
That's the new
At
one
least
that's
I
on
hope I'm
Amazon.
not pulling to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that he's in that. He was really good in it, and of course David Harbour was awesome. He was
Yep.
awesome
And
in
Orlando
everything.
Bloom.
Orlando Bloom was good.
Yep.
And he's kind of like
And
a greasy kind of.
Was it the one that plays his father there? The one that was
Oh,
in the Marvel movies.
I almost said Seal.
Oh, Jaiman Hansu?
Yeah.
We've already
Yeah,
had
that's-
one of
that's the
those
one.
today.
That's the
Let's
one.
not have another.
Jerry Halliwell's in this fucking
Yeah,
movie?
yeah,
Ginger
she plays his
Spice?
mom. Yep, Ginger
Fucking
Spice.
way- Oh, I gotta
Yep.
see it
No
now.
shit. That was
Yeah,
his mom? I
that
didn't
was
realize
Jerry
that
Halliwell.
was her.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, really, really cool.
Nice
It was
is
a
nice,
good
baby.
movie,
Nice,
a
nice,
good
baby.
story, based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
The kid that he plays actually did a lot of the stunt driving in it, and yeah, I mean for a lesser known actor, the kid carried the movie.
He really did.
And-
He did a good job.
Yeah,
Archie Madakwe?
that's the one.
right?
Sure. But yeah, it was good.
Surprised you.
It was.
I
yeah.
love when you have that.
Yeah, same here.
It's nice to have these
I'm not
little surprises.
I'm not usually into like racing movies either.
Right.
And I just kind of like the premise because I remember seeing the preview.
Yep.
When I had gone to the movies one time with my dad, and I'm like, oh, it's about a kid that learned to drive race cars by playing video games.
Right.
I'm like, this is kind of a cool premise.
Yeah, I
and,
like
and
that idea,
Based
too.
on a true story too, I like that. So I gave it a shot when it was available, and I really
Yeah.
liked it. Like you, surprised the hell out of me. My microphone stand has a mind of its own tonight. I'm fighting with it. So if there's a lot of microphone noise, handling noise, I apologize.
Not a problem. It is George.
It's the spirit of George Lucas.
I'm coming for you, Brian.
I would have liked to have had some type of music to talk about, but I fucking hate new music.
That all
there's
sounds the same.
So much out there that's just shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
why I
Ninja
listen to the
Turtles and
same old
Spider-Man
shit from the
movies
70s and
and the
80s.
soundtracks that go with them were the best.
Yeah.
Well, and I liked Purple Rain. Dolly Parton's Purple Rain off that new album.
Oh, the new
dude,
one
I
that
have
she was on the
one.
rock
Yeah.
covers?
Wait, are Wendy and Lisa on the song with her?
Are they really?
On that one?
I think on every song
maybe.
she has a feature
Yeah, I bet they are.
because they wrote that song.
Yeah.
I wonder-
There you go.
I really liked her version. It was,
Yeah.
it's
I've been meaning to listen to that album because I couldn't believe
it's a
that she got
ton of tracks.
Yeah.
a
It's like
feature
it's a double.
yeah,
and-
from everyone who worked on the original
Right.
song is actually on the fucking
No
song.
shit. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Rockstar, right? Is that what it's called?
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. My dad was the one that turned me on to it a couple of months back. He said, "You know that Dolly did an album
Shayton?
of rock covers?"
This is Satan.
Satan.
I don't want to say Satan about her. She's not Satan.
They replayed that this year. Did you see
I
it?
caught some of it.
I was flipping through the channels and
I
I
caught the
saw it. I
Miley
was like,
Cyrus part.
It was the part with the Shayton.
Hello, Miley. Hello, Dolly. How are you?
Yeah.
What happened to Miley's voice?
I'm just as good as I ever was.
That's Nick Nolte. You know what this is? This is Satan. No, it's creative differences. It's just a little argument between two people trying to put on a good show. No, it's Satan. Jumping the gun there. Mm-hmm. Brian, how about you?
Are we closing this out? Are we going to wrap this
I'm
up?
out.
Are you
Yeah.
guys done? All right, then I'm done. My best stuff we had already talked about. I had Cocaine Bear and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
Great movies from this past year. So I'm going to end this off on a bad note. We were just talking about race movies.
Yep.
Tito, you're the one that got me into these. This past year, I rewatched all of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it
Fast
X?
X.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
it's fucking
yeah.
Came
trash.
out this year, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
Very bad.
And I had high hopes for this one because I like Momoa, and I thought he would make a decent bad guy, and he just camped it up to no end.
Yeah,
and
it was bad.
It was just the wrong tone, and I just
lot
didn't
bad.
like it at all.
That was on
So-
my list also.
Yeah.
Awful fucking movies. Mm-hmm. They just crammed every fucking person into
They really
it, and
did.
They're not
It
even
was-
all
it was
together
talk
at
about
the same
bloat.
time. Fuck fucking
Yeah,
John
it
Cena.
was-
I like John Cena, but fuck that guy. Like, get him out of this movie.
Well, they did,
He's,
thankfully.
Yeah.
he's not even
Yeah,
interacting
true.
with any of the other characters. He's off on his own movie in this movie.
I'm so fucking sick of them turning the bad guy into a good guy.
Yeah.
And, like that's all they do is just they get a new bad guy and then he joins the family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the family's huge now.
I know.
And there's no room at the table
Yeah.
for dinner.
Yeah. And then they squeeze in Rita Moreno, who popped up. Oh, Mom's here after 10 movies.
Dude, where the fuck did she come from?
I know.
Vin Diesel, the most fucking racially ambiguous human being on the face
Seriously.
of the fucking planet. I don't know who you are or where you came from,
Yeah.
Vin.
And now
I need to know.
and now you got a
Your
Hispanic.
grandmother's
you got
fucking Puerto Rican.
Your mom's Puerto Rican,
What
and
is
you got a
happening
black
here?
kid
Dude, yeah.
who wasn't black in the last movie.
That baby was not fucking black in the other movies.
He wasn't.
And neither of his parents are.
No.
Crazy.
I got nothing for that. I know that Vin Diesel wasn't born; he was created.
They went
so
to space.
maybe.
Yeah.
They went to space,
And even that's less crazy than all of a sudden his child changing race mid fucking series.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
His mother's a blonde one from Brazil, and his father is, I think, Italian. At least based on the
Right.
story of the Torettos.
Oh,
Right.
I tell you what, Rita Moreno is not fucking Italian.
no.
She's a fucking
Goddess.
goddess.
but
Yes, she's a Puerto Rican goddess.
She's Puerto Rican.
We're claiming
goddess.
her.
West Side
You
Story.
can't take her from
We don't
us.
want her. We got
Electric
enough.
Company.
We got Bellucci. We're good.
I grew up with Rita Moreno on the Electric Company.
She was like the electric company.
She was on the original Electric Company.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with Morgan Freeman.
Fucking smoke show. Oz. I loved her on Oz. we should do a Rita Moreno episode
we
right,
will do
right
that.
now.
All right.
Terrible fucking movie though. It really bummed me out.
Yeah, and me too. I was really disappointed because I had high hopes for that one.
For a while.
I enjoyed them all. I thought they were a fun ride up until then.
So once Brian dies, it's all fucking done.
Are you talking about this podcast?
No. Oh no, Brian, please no.
The second
That
time.
was a mistake.
You're right because he's got all the
It
equipment.
was a
He's the
mistake.
editor.
It was a mistake. No. Paul Walker.
Second time
Paul
tonight, I
Walker.
cursed.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, not
When the
you.
character-
You are not Paul Walker.
When the character of Brian, Paul Walker, leaves the series,
It's done.
Yeah.
somehow I actually thought Paul Walker was a pretty decent actor. Somehow he ties it. He's more important than Vin Diesel somehow.
Yeah.
I can
Like
see
Vin
that.
Diesel alone is
Well,
not
'cause
enough.
the first movie
The first
was really
one, he
about
was the
him.
It
focus
was
of it.
about
Yeah.
him. The second one is about him and fucking Tyrese. Like he keeps it all together
Right.
somehow. Once he's gone, it just didn't work.
No.
Like after
Vin
is it
Diesel,
7?
he'll turn on a dime. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then, it's still making money. I'm coming back.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like it suffered. That movie was fucking trash.
Vin Diesel
man.
unhinged.
You know what? I saw it twice because I was like, maybe I missed
You
something.
were in a bad mood when you saw it.
Yeah,
I've
I-
had that happen.
I thought I missed
I've had
something.
that
I
happen.
didn't.
I've done that before.
Sure.
I saw it all. I didn't enjoy it.
First time I saw Big Lebowski, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I think I was in the wrong frame of mind. And
I
now
didn't
it's
like
like one of
Hubie.
my
I didn't
favorite
like
movies.
Hubie Halloween when I first saw it. I gave it another watch,
That's
and I
a
was
fun
like,
one.
See,
"This is actually fun."
I don't normally like.
Brian went with like an actual like epic movie.
Mark rolls out Hubie Halloween.
That's a fun movie.
Those pea stains? That's funny.
I didn't like The Godfather when I first saw it, but I love it.
Wait.
Oh, that's how I felt about
Hubie
Scary
Halloween.
Movie 3.
Yeah, right.
I like scary movies. Wait, so Big Lebowski, great movie. Epic? I wouldn't
Oh,
say
yeah,
it's
Coen
epic.
Brothers. It's one of the big Coen Brothers movies.
I don't like.
I wouldn't.
I hate to talk about that.
I think you're
again, but
iconic.
Iconic.
Iconic
Once
is
Steve
better.
Buscemi's character leaves the movie,
Yeah.
the movie loses something.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he goes to like Malibu
Yeah,
with Jackie Treehorn
yeah,
and then like
exactly.
all the other shit, it's just like,
Yeah.
I like John
need more
Turturro.
bowling alley, more bowling alley shit,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
fucking.
So what you're
Walter.
saying is that
Donnie
if,
was the soul of the movie.
if Paul Walker ever made a movie with Steve Buscemi, it would have been like one of the greatest things on.
Oh my God!
Potentially.
The heart, the amount of heart in that movie.
Yeah. Paul Walker and Steve Buscemi and Reservoir Dogs, right? Paul Walker gets shot. Vin Diesel takes over, and since nobody can figure out what the hell he is, they can't decide what color to name him. We'll call you Mr. Brown. No, black.
I'd see
no.
it twice.
Well,
I'd see it twice.
I would too.
Fucking Vin Diesel. Man.
Fucking Vin Diesel.
It's on purpose too. I don't like
is.
it.
No.
When people are like, "Oh, Vin, what is your back?" He's like, "I don't know, family."
Yeah.
You know? Like, fuck you.
He's the fucking Bill Belichick of
Family
that.
goes beyond
Like, I
blood.
lo-
Ask him anything. He's not going to give you an answer.
I like it, but
hey,
I don't
Bill, how
like
do you
it.
feel about leaving next? Any truth to leaving next season? Focus on the Jets.
Focus on the Jets.
That's
yeah.
it. Focus on next week.
We're just worried about next week. and
Worried about
playing
next
the fucking Buffalo.
I feel
Bills.
like a conversation between Vin Diesel and Bill Belichick would not be exciting at all.
No.
Yeah.
This is going nowhere.
We're going to focus on next week. I don't know what the hell I am.
Stroke
Yeah.
their own egos for fucking 3 hours.
All right.
Sirs, would you like to order yet? We'll wait till next week.
I'm on to the second cup of coffee.
I got nothing. I got nothing. You guys have been here for 4 hours and have only had water. Well, then.
That's 2023.
That's 2023 in the
Do we have
nutshell.
anything-
So in lieu of Geek Flag,
Well, I was going to say, do
Right.
we want to do one thing that we're looking forward to in 2024?
Yeah, let's do a quick lightning
Or
round.
that we've already-
Or we'll do
Yeah,
a quick
do
lightning
quick.
round and spout out
yeah,
some
shot
shit.
a bunch.
All right.
Each of you. Go ahead. Start.
So really quick,
Yeah.
for 2024, my wife and I started watching a show on, I want to say Netflix, called Obliterated.
Oh, I've heard of
I've
this.
heard of that.
It's
I've heard it's
fun
awesome.
as hell. We've
Yeah.
watched the first almost 2 episodes. It's a hard R. As far
love
as
a
ratings
hard
go,
R.
so
I, too, love a hard R.
So like we can't like every time my daughter walks in the room, it's, there's like tits or something on the screen.
Yeah,
and we
you can't
we
get
watch
hard.
them, like,
You have to unharden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that hard
So-
R away, Brian.
That's right. Unless you're Woody Allen.
We have to stop it. So we've only watched up to like an episode and a half, but it's really really fun. It's about this a government team, special ops kind of thing. Their mission is to defuse a nuclear bomb that this bad guy is going to explode in Vegas, and they stop the bomb
With their
And-
titties out.
with their titties out.
And then they're fucking around in Vegas, right?
And then they
No.
party like it's the Hangover.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, they're all like, they can't remember shit. Their boss calls them on the phone and says, the mission's not over. The bomb is still in play. And they're like, what? Now they now they have to like scramble to
See,
sober
Thomas
up.
Howell is in this show. Is he in
Yeah.
a lot of the show?
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Okay.
He's got like
What's
8
it streaming
fingers
on
because
again?
it's Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to see that.
You see his dork in that one.
All right.
Warning is,
Dude, I've been waiting like
Right.
30
We're
years
gonna
for
see
this.
his little Wolverine. Wolverine!
You think you got it bad? I gotta sleep underneath a guy named after a duck's dork.
That's a Getty Watanabe joke.
Yeah, what's happening?
Sure does.
Hot
Yeah.
stuff.
No, I'm not going to do it again. I promise I wouldn't make the joke.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
Dong?
It's offensive.
Where's my automobile?
Anything else?
Automobile?
Anything else you're looking forward to?
Brian, stop it. Anything else?
Anything
That was
else?
it. That was it
Quickly?
for me.
All right.
You're not
Just the
excited
one?
about the share at all.
Well, I'm excited for another season with you guys, but I mean, as far as stuff,
Oh, that's cute.
as far as stuff that I'm watching, and I'm certainly not looking forward to part 2 of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which is coming out in a few months. I am looking forward
I
to.
Can we do a
feel-
Rebel Moon episode?
Huh?
Oh, we should totally do it.
We got to bring Dean on.
We could.
Episode?
I would be up for it. Yeah.
I got to block out 4 hours to watch it, right?
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it feels like 4. But wait for the director's cut because that will be 4, and it will be in
It'll feel
4x3.
Dude, I don't even. Dude, I'm very forgiving, man. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand
Yeah.
it.
I know it's his version of Star Wars.
It was a Star Wars story, was it not?
Like originally he was going to do a Star Wars movie,
That's
and then
the
they'd be like,
story.
"No, we're not going
It's
to
a
do it."
story.
It's 7 Samurai in space, which is basically
Yeah,
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Okay.
yeah.
With George Papard.
I'm
A
gonna
much
just
better movie.
blast these off because
All right.
there's some things I'm excited about.
Do it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender live action shows coming
Oh,
out
yeah,
in February. I'm really hopeful for this one. I'm seeing cast photos and they're throwing everybody in there that I think should be in there, so I'm very excited. The Penguin season, I believe, show is supposed to be coming out this year
Oh, yeah, on HBO Max.
on HBO Max. I love Umbrella Academy. The final season's coming out this year. I'm really excited for that. Movies, Furiosa. Fucking
That
George
looks
Miller's
good.
the shit, man. I love that series. I love fucking
Ooh, excuse me.
Chris Hemsworth looks awesome in this. I'm very excited for it.
Which one?
The Furiosa.
Oh, yes,
Have you
he
seen the
does.
trailer?
Yeah.
he looks cool.
I forgot he was in that.
Argyle, I'm a Matthew Vaughn.
Oh,
guy.
yes, me too.
That
I
looks
forgot
like a
that's
lot of
coming
fun.
out.
My boy Sam Rockwell's in it. He's the king.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he is.
Bad timing.
The second part of Dune. Looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for this, The Book of Clarence. It's the guy who made The Harder They Fall. that
Oh, I
Netflix film.
have seen the ads for that one.
Yeah, it's like Keith Stanfield is. It happens during the time of Jesus.
Yeah, it's like Life of Brian. It's like going on
Yes.
concurrently with the life with Jesus.
Yeah, so he's trying to create his own fandom by trying to recreate
The miracles.
miracles.
Yeah.
So it's the guy who did The Harder They Fall. So James McAvoy's in it, Lakeith Stanfield, Benedict Cumberbatch, Omar Sy is in it. It looks funny as hell.
It does look funny.
How do they fall?
That was good. Yeah. So the trailer for this looks really, really good. So those are things I'm looking forward to.
Mark?
Nice. I got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire,
Oh yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop 4, and Terrifier 3. And I'm also going to throw the Penguin on there as well because I almost forgot about that one. I'm really excited to see all those things.
I haven't seen any Terrifiers.
Terrifier 3. I don't.
That's the
probably
clown
not.
guy.
Yeah.
Art
Yeah, I
the
haven't
Clown.
either.
He actually also played the mean one in the mean one.
Well, the mean one is
Oh,
great.
that's right. He did. Yeah.
I like the mean one.
Oh,
yeah,
that was the
I
Grinch
did too.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see
Horror
that.
Grinch.
Yeah.
Horror
Horror
Grinch. Yeah.
I don't like it.
I know. I don't think you will. I don't think you'll like Terrifier
No,
either.
stop doing this shit.
No, keep doing it.
Not
Go
you,
listen.
but
No.
like
I'm gonna
America or the world. I don't fucking
America, stop doing this shit.
Whoever is doing this shit, let's make it scary. Let's not.
Let's make
fucking
it
just leave it
scary.
alone.
No, make it scary.
Keep it happy. Let's
Make it
fucking
horrifying. Disgrace it.
Fucking chill with
Don't
that shit.
listen to Tito. He likes toast. That's all I got.
Put some jam on it.
Put some jam, baby.
That's my
Derek,
jam.
spit it out, bitch.
For movies, I got Deadpool 3.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
Deadpool 3.
Yes.
Kyle
yes.
as well. That Civil War movie that you guys were telling me about.
Oh, with Kirsten Dunst. That shit looks
I wanna
awesome.
See that. Beetlejuice 2. Ballerina, which is a John Wick spinoff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
With, what's his name? What's her name?
Yeah, I know Anna Darmus.
Anna Darmus?
Yes.
Oh God, I love
Yes.
Oh, is she's gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know at least the first installment of the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths animated movies.
Oh, I saw a trailer for that. Yeah.
For
great.
TV, Ted,
Oh, yeah, that comes out
Ted,
this month.
Yes.
Daredevil, the Penguin, obviously. Monsieur Spade.
Ted,
which is
like
with
the
Clive
movie?
Owen. Yeah.
Ted,
Yeah.
the
TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on
So
Paramount.
it's Ted
or
and young
Peacock.
Mark Wahlberg's character as a boy and their adventures growing up.
As Mark Wahlberg play the boy?
He does
No.
not.
Oh,
No.
then I
He does
watch
not.
it.
What? Ma'am, no.
He might make a cameo.
I would.
Maybe
I'm
yes,
going to make a
maybe
fucking
no.
He should be
Hitchcock
like. He
cameo.
should be the
Now
narrator.
go fuck yourself.
Oh,
All
when
our
I was a
wonder
kid.
years, Monsieur Spade, which is Sam Spade, who's the detective character in
Yeah.
The Maltese Falcon. Clive Owen's playing him. There's a TV
Oh,
show that's
nice.
coming out.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
And Hiroyuki Sanada, the guy from
God
John
bless you.
Wick. John Wick. He played Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. He's got a show on Hulu called Shogun.
Oh, I've seen that. Looks awesome.
Is this the remake of the miniseries from the 70s, Shogun?
I'm not sure if it is a remake.
Okay,
maybe
that was based on
could very well
Clive, the author. I forget it. I thought it was Clive something. Oh, I can think of it as
Not
Barker
Clive
now.
Owen.
No, not Barker. No,
Cussler.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Maybe it could be. For comics, The Last Ronin 2. Also for music, Foo Fighters at Fenway. I'm going to see.
Oh, nice.
Fighters.
Yeah,
I saw the Foo Fighters at Fenway like
Fighters
about
are
8
I
years
like
ago.
the
I know.
Fighters.
I know.
Remember when he had broken his leg? When he fell off the stage and
Yes.
broke his leg? That was the
You were
tour
there?
that I saw him. Yeah,
Oh,
not when he broke
oh.
his leg. But they had like a
was
throne
the
made
one
out
that
of
tripped
guitars
Oh.
that he played on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the rest of the tour. Yeah, so it was like a whole like Game of Thrones ripoff. It was like
I'm looking forward to it. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it sucks that not gonna see Taylor, but but yeah,
Have his son play. His son's awesome.
his
Yeah.
son is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you very quickly read Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong?
I haven't yet.
It is awesome.
Is it good?
It is
All
fucking
right,
great.
I'll check it out.
We've
James
got
Clavell,
Super
okay.
Friends, Legion of Doom. They all tie into bringing those bad boys over into the DC universe. Awesome.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, and before I forget, for games, I don't know. And I'm sure you're a Star Wars guy, so you probably remember this.
A little bit, yeah.
They're releasing a remastered version of Star Wars Dark Forces,
Yes.
which was as a
I
kid,
had it as a PC.
that game was awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I have to tamper with it though.
Yeah, I know. I hope not. That was back when LucasArts was pushing
Right.
out some really good games.
Right.
Speaking of, you just mentioned one of you just mentioned Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah.
There's a new Kong
Kong
Godzilla movie.
Yes,
Godzilla,
Kong,
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to that.
And there's a new Planet of the Apes movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
The hell is it called?
I forget now. Forbidden Empire, or is that the Godzilla movie?
Kingdom of the
No.
Kingdom of the
Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom, yeah.
Yes, and the Godzilla X Kong is called like Forbidden Empire, something like
It's Godzilla X Kong, and then I don't know what the
like
subtitle
Forbidden
is.
Empire or something. I don't know.
A lot
Dude,
of
you know what
kaiju
other movie
action.
I saw on a bunch of lists this year, which Dean had recommended? Godzilla Zero?
-1.
Oh, minus
Minus
one.
one.
Minus one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that on a ton of fucking lists. I still haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah. I heard
wanna
it's
go
awesome,
see it. It's
too.
still in theaters. I might go see it if anybody wants to
It's
go.
in Japanese. It's not.
No, you gotta read the subtitles.
I could.
Yeah.
But I will. I
Which-
love subtitles.
I was going to go see it with my dad.
I
He
have
wanted
no
to go see it
problem with
we usually go on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
And he says, we're going to go see Godzilla -1. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm in. I heard it's really good. So that day I'm reading something about it and I'm like, it's in subtitles. He's not going to like that.
And he didn't.
And I called him up. I'm like, hey, Dad, you know this movie's in subtitles. It's not dubbed in English. He's like, it's not? Oh, we're not going.
Son of a bitch, Brian's dad.
He says, yeah.
It was like, fuck Godzilla and the
I
fucking
have heard
horse he rode it on.
I've heard from multiple people that it's a great movie even without Godzilla in it. It would still be a good film.
Yeah,
which
I
is-
heard it's really good,
yeah,
too.
I'm looking forward to that. I do want to see that, and I will.
Cool.
Hey,
Good show.
Awesome
Good show, boys.
episode.
It's gonna be a good year.
Welcome
It
back,
is.
everybody. It is going to be a great
Yeah, I missed
year.
you guys. It feels
We
like
missed you,
forever.
too.
It's
It's
been a while.
been
Yeah.
too long. But you know what? There's plenty of material from 2023 and all the way back to
And
when
beyond.
we first started that you can go and check out some shows while we prepare some awesome episodes and content for you in 2024. And for that, Brian,
Yeah.
where can they go?
They can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.
The number 3.
GDpodcast.com. As Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons where you can easily subscribe to us. If you're not already a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Smash one of those buttons to one of the podcast platforms of your choice, and that way you'll be sure to never miss an upcoming episode. And our Ko-fi page, we have a link to our Ko-fi page there on our website as well. If you would like to help keep the show going for another 5 years, that would be greatly appreciated. Please and thank you. A link can be found there, and you can make a small donation, which will keep the show going because, as we always say, podcasting is not cheap. Our social media presences are linked there as well. We can be found on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our audio can be found weekly on YouTube. And there's so much more on the website that I can't think of right now. It's been
Find all this and
been a
more.
month.
Find all this and
been a
more.
whole year,
yeah.
Yeah.
just go there. It's the hub of our little universe, and we hope you enjoy the show. We hope you enjoy the content, and as always out there, thank you so much for listening.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian.
Thank
Thank
Mark.
you, Derek. Thank you, Tito. And thank you, everyone out there, for listening to our show. Tune in next week and beyond as we continue to rave and rant, regurgitate, relish, reform, reevaluate, replenish, regenerate, whatever, reset, and rewind. All things geek for Three Geeky Dads.
Reba McEntire?
We can go back into Reba McEntire, Reba Wilson,
Remo Williams,
Ricky Schroeder,
Rick and Morty, Rusty. Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
whatever, Russ, whatever.
Russ. For Three Geeky Dads, I'm Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
Saying keep watching the skies because look at all the feathers Tito left for us. Good night.
Fucking cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble, baby. Nobody's looking forward to Ghost Dad, too. All right. I'm winging it tonight.
It's all right.
Had to wing it, man.
Winging it, Fred.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living with no hair.
Hey, come on. Can't help it.
I'm talking about me. Oh, is this on?
He's a wrecking machine,
Rock.
Save some of that for the sequel.
I am gonna watch all the Rocky movies this winter. I have decided I'm gonna. Oh yeah, they're available. There's no reason why I shouldn't.
What are they all on?
Right now they're on Prime. They're on Netflix. Derek has them.
Yep.
You got the Creed.
I have all
movies
the Creeds
too, right?
too,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
watch the Creeds.
And I got all the Rambos and all the diehards.
excellent.
Cozy.
I still gotta get the Lethal Weapons.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was looking for Lethal Weapon too.
I keep because
I
every
was
now
like,
they got
I
a
could
bundle
go for Lethal Weapon.
They have a
too.
4-movie bundle, and I'm like, but I want it to get cheaper. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know,
Diplomatic immunity.
I didn't buy anything this week.
And revoked. Well, that's all right.
There really
My-
wasn't many.
My real gift was going to be a gift card to Voodoo. I was like, let me get this fucking lunatic a gift card to Voodoo. And I was like, you know what? Let's.
It's the
I don't
gift
want to
that
encourage.
keeps on giving.
It'd be like if you handed me a carton of cigarettes and you were like, Merry Christmas. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this to Derek.
Smoke up, Johnny.
Another banner year
like,
of
you
the
know,
Rivera household.
Let's not. I don't want to encourage this any more than we already are. You know what I didn't see on there, Derek? That's what.
Chances are you just didn't look hard enough. This is-
Rock and roll.
Ready?
yeah.
Ready.
Did you guys do music?
I threw in some music.
Did you?
I did not.
I did one.
There wasn't
one
a
that
lot
I
of good
hated
music.
and one that I liked.
I
But yeah, I
will,
did one.
See, I didn't do anything that we hated. But we,
No.
Yeah, best and worst.
I didn't
That's
see
okay.
the worst.
You didn't see the worst?
I didn't see the worst. I
Stuff
just
will
saw
come
the
to
best.
you.
That's
There's
fine.
a lot of
And
shit.
and that fucks up my intro.
Can you slip in some shit?
Oh,
you
I
just
can
didn't
slip
like?
it in. No, I'll leave it as is.
Well,
I think
can
it'll
see
work.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
That
I'll-
seems like shit.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
That stuck out to me more than anything on that page.
Thank you.
Did you
Thank
watch
you.
that movie?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did not.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I
think I
didn't
know
either.
what he's talking about.
What?
I didn't.
I don't want
either.
to. Don't tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
Rebel
see it.
Moon.
No, no,
Oh,
yeah.
You got it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I have not
You know,
seen
the
it.
first thing that popped into my head was
I
like,
don't have
wow,
4 hours to kill.
Brian just got ammo.
My buddy at
Did you
work, he
see it?
watched it and he's like
Not good.
he's like, pray for me before he turned it on.
Not great.
Yeah, no. Did you watch it?
I did, and I
Yeah.
thought of you, and I was like, fuck, now I don't have a leg to stand on. Fucking Brian anymore.
I know of 2 people that really enjoyed it. One was surprisingly Jay at the comic book store.
Really?
And I think we all know Dean, of course. Loved it.
Dean liked it.
Dean
wow.
loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
I'll check it out.
Wow.
I'm gonna check it out and make up my own mind. But
I am a Zach fan. I like
you
him.
are a Zach. I'm a Zach fan
Well,
too.
when
But non-Zach fans,
I'm a mani Zach.
when
the
the
usual-
movie gets released and he's like, the director's cut is even better. You're
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
I know,
What are
I
you
know.
And
giving me
it's
that?
like, and this is out on Netflix. which they're giving him carte blanche anyway. Why don't you just put the director's cut out first?
Well, did you see the article where it was like, well, that's what I do. It's what I'm known for.
Yeah, because you're a hack and
Like,
you're a
now
fuck up.
he's turning into...
See, you've got plenty to shit on. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
What else did he do this year?
You got plenty, brother.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, shit, we haven't done this in a while. We need a dad joke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
This off. You got
New Year's dad joke?
got one off the top of your head? That's
Oh,
just,
fuck no. No, I don't.
I don't have an intro, so I'm breaking.
You're winging it?
Yeah, I'm winging it. We're gonna do that in
Do it.
What do you tell someone you didn't see on New Year's Eve?
What?
I haven't seen you for a year. That's stupid.
That's dumb.
My dad gave up smoking cold turkey for New Year's. He's doing better now, but he's still coughing up feathers.
I don't hate it.
I like that one.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
An image of anybody coughing.
Why
up
do you need a
feathers.
jeweler on New Year's Eve?
Why?
Why?
To ring in the new year.
I think I like the feathers one.
Do the feathers
All
one.
right.
Cold
Okay.
turkey. Cold turkey.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
This should be yours. You should just be like, hey, guys, I think what I'm going to do is...
How many takes do we have?
And,
What's the joke? I gave up smoking
Cold
cigarettes
turkey.
cold turkey this year, but I can't stop coughing up feathers.
That's it.
there you go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Watch me fuck this up. All right, everybody get ready.
All right.
You know what? I see? What's the joke?
I gave up...
hey, guys, you're going to be really proud of me. I gave up smoking cold turkey this year.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, I can't stop coughing up feathers, though. I think
we can use that.
I think
throat
so,
tickle?
too. I don't know why, but I thought the punchline was going to involve deli meats. When you were reading it, like cold, I gave up smoking cold turkey. I thought the punchline was going to be like salami sandwich.
Yeah, like cold cuts.
Gee, does everything have to be deep
That's the
with you, man?
punchline. Salami sandwich.
So much insight into everything.
It's going to be a good 2024, guys.
It's going to be an
It
awesome
is.
2024.
Here's to season 6.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That means one of us has to die. That
Why?
As I was saying it felt wrong. It felt wrong.
What do you know that I don't?
No,
Yeah.
nothing. I was like thinking like we were a TV show, and then I was like, no, but we're real people. That was stupid. That was not. Keep that one in your head
Great.
next time.
I'm not going to sleep a
yeah,
wink
no,
tonight.
no.
Right?
We're gonna be great. We're
It's
gonna
gonna
be
happen
great.
now.
Yeah,
We're gonna be great.
Tito just cursed me.
We're gonna be great.
On that happy note, how about some music?
Oh, yeah.
You have to stop that.
I kind of like it. It's coming to get you.
It feels like it's coming again.
Yes.
Could arrive any moment.